Yo, yo, yo. What's up, mofos? Welcome to Off the Edge with me and Jabon. We got the knife addicted optimist here, and of course, Douchemaster General. So we're just hanging out Saturday night, chilling, and
I
yeah.
borrowed Cole's voice.
I uh I invited Jason from Knife Dope. He might show up at some point. He had, I asked him like last minute, but he might show up. I think we should start having on some people and just I don't know, like getting to know people, ask questions about what they like with knives and shit. Like people who have channels, it's all kind of interesting. I don't get to watch as many other channels as I used to, so kind of nice to have them
I
on and
think that's
just
a
see.
good format. I mean, when you think about it, that's how you and Kyle and Grady did, really, except it was you four, but every now and then Bearded Gear would come in, and it was just kind of getting different people's, what was hot for them that week, kind of
Right,
quadruples the content.
right.
I really enjoyed
Marco, channel member, shout out to you, brother.
your guest when Rochambeau joined you.
Yeah, that was
He's
great.
he's a great guy.
Lewis is here. What up, dude?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's heading to Texas as well. Awesome, dude. Can't wait to see you there as well. I'll
Damn,
be
I
at
wish I
the
was going to be there.
Omni.
There'd be somebody shorter than me.
Well, you won't be there.
I know. That's why I said I missed another opportunity. But I am
Oh,
going to
gotcha.
Atlanta.
Angelo, channel member, what's up? Oh, come on. Kathleen Smith is here. Hello. Space Ghost is here. Sensor's here. Let's see. Craig, what up? I do not have your, what was it? Griffin? Don't have that one. Sorry.
Demonoc, I got your message and you've been fixed, my friend. I'll explain that to you offline. You must have come in late to live last night.
David von Steenberg's here, though. Oh, this motherfucker. Channel member.
What's up, kids?
Allie Cord. Hey, Allie, how you doing? I hope you're doing well, Alice. Luck
Allie,
Knives. What up, Mike? How's it going, man? We need to get you on sometime and talk about how you're doing with fixed blades and all that shit. He's been a custom maker now for over a year.
I could break out my OG luck that I still carry after seeing the lucks that are hitting the Instagram.
That's the one I sold you, right?
Yep.
That's crazy. It's been, I think it's been over a year since he switched over to custom making. That's like, feels like yesterday, man. Palmer, what up, dude? I think I got Angelo. Did I get Angelo? I'm not positive. So let me get you. Jim Miller, what's up, dude? How's it going, Jimmy boy? My man, Jim Miller. So a lot of people are getting their MASH 2.5s today and yesterday and whatnot. So I hope everybody's got those and they're happy with them. If you guys have any questions or issues, hit us up. Of course, there was 300 of those we had to check. We're not going to catch everything. So if you have issues, just let us know.
I've got a question. And It's not just you. I also have the same situation with my Cypher D. It's not a situation. It's just, is there a trick to getting out a pivot collar specifically in carbon fiber?
Yes. Heat.
Like
yeah, soldering iron is probably your best bet on that. I've had a couple of people hit me up. I think they put oil under them, and it like
vacuum sucks it. It vacuum sucks it. That's exactly what it does.
The tricks that I always tell people are start with like a cloth, try to shove a cloth through the pivot hole, and then yank it out. If that doesn't work, bend a Q-tip in half and try to do the same thing. Just shove it in there. You just want something to take up the space, and then yank out the pivot collar. If that doesn't work, you can try like a sewing needle and try to get around the edge and pop one out, like a really small needle. And then like the last resort I find is heat, soldering iron or something. It'll kind of like, it'll dry up that oil under there and it'll kind of just push it out. And then you can just grab it out. I literally had a guy today ask me and I gave him all those options and he's like, soldering iron came right out.
Well, the soldering iron for me, I always am more reckless with that, where I'll either melt a scale or anodize something. So I usually get the same results.
I don't even have a soldering iron, dude. I use a Zippo with a torch insert, and I've literally never damaged anything. It's all about timing. Like, you don't want to hold it there for a minute. Like, you want to just do it for 20 seconds tops, and you'll know if it's going to help, right?
Yeah, I have a great success with the blow dryer. Not a heat gun, but just a old school blow dryer.
You definitely have success with blowing stuff. That's for sure.
Oh,
it looks like Jason's here. Yo, dude.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, buddy? Long time no talk.
I hear you, bro. I'm in the big leagues now. Watch out.
How was your dinner, man? You said you were going to dinner or something?
I mean, the old lady, just, little local thing. We got a little place called The Local, a little seafood joint.
Seafood. All right. Nice.
Yeah, that's what it is. I know you don't fuck with the fish.
I don't fuck with the fish, man.
Yeah, you don't fuck with the fish, man. You're missing out, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, if I could give you youngsters any advice, date time, if you want to stay married. Now, if you want to have a happy wife,
this
happy
is coming
life.
From a divorced guy, by the way.
but I'm very objective. I know where my shortcomings were, but just continue to do that. That time, that little bit of time together makes all the difference in the world for communication in a relationship. And I'll stop with that.
You have any kids?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got two. I got 25-year-old and a fucking 20-year-old, man.
Okay, so they're out of the house, or?
Yeah, my youngest just left. My oldest. That's funny you say that, bro. My oldest is coming back he's in Alaska. He's been in Alaska for like the last 4 years, so he's moving back to Georgia. So he'll be here for like a month or two, and then he'll have his own spot. But yeah, they both have man.
Space Ghost. I'm a big fan of the ocean cockroaches too. That's the seafood I like.
I have a 3-year-old, and it's like trying to get time to go to dinner is like
impossible, bro.
My parents will take her occasionally, like once every couple months for a night, and then we can go do something. Like a couple weeks ago, we went out, but otherwise, it's very difficult. So,
what about
I'm going to tell you a 15-second story. My mom used to always offer, and I never wanted to burden her, but I'll keep Brittany for you anytime y'all want to go out. And I always thought, if I was going to let Brittany go to mom's, or usually I wanted to spend the time with Brittany, right? But in marriage counseling, it came out that was something that I did not pay attention to her nonverbal needs, right? I should have let my mom maybe once a month keep her and just have a set time to take her to a movie or something. It would have been torturous to me, because had I been sober when I met her, I would have never gotten married. But the bottom line is I was in it for the long haul, but yeah, just communication is key.
Well, that's the whole thing is communication. That's like, so yeah. I mean,
and you have the right fucking person, bro. You know what I mean? You can communicate all
exactly.
Day, if it ain't, if it ain't the right.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it's multiple. I love how we're having relationship conversations here. But yeah, but no, my wife's father is passed, and her mom lives with her sister. She's not really like, she doesn't get around. So like, no.
And you can't nowadays, bro. You can't trust your fucking kid with anybody besides the family, bro.
Yeah,
a baby girl, man. Oh, God bless you, bro.
Dude, mine's 23,
babysitters.
I know what you
when
mean.
we grew up, we had babysitters.
Yeah, different
times.
The
only time I trust it is if the babysitter, I guess, was like a girl, maybe.
Well, the girls are fucking the boys now. I mean,
like a neighborhood teenage. Yeah, but I have a daughter. Or if I had boys and it was like some neighborhood chick, I wouldn't care.
But no, the point is, if you've got your daughter
my kid,
and you've got a girl babysitting, there's a good chance that there's going to be a gentleman suitor stopping by while you're out.
That's true.
I would be.
You just need to know I would think neighborhood kids are probably fine if you know the families. But yeah, you're not just calling up like random babysitters anymore. Like, it's all family, but then again, nobody does shit anymore either. So
damn right, dude.
Knives Are Light. What up, dude? Channel member. It's your fireworks, sir. Oh no, hell no. Fireworks.
Did you get my message on your stream the other night? I told you I'd send you this to check it out. You have one? Interest in it. Yeah, I've got one of these.
How do you like it?
I love it, dude. I mean, I got the orange because it's all.
You know what I didn't think about that I'm now realizing? It looks fucking hideous.
It does because of the way that
and closed, it looks horrible. So I don't even think you could do it without it looking like shit, because you have to have that whole utility blades. Now, but you could, I don't know, you could probably tuck that down more.
I think you could get some good ideas. I've not taken it apart because it does have a pretty stiff spring, but the mechanism is insightful because I've got my little Bally Song and a couple of others, cheaper Amazon knives that use this, but the teeth don't line up right. And I don't know if yours were like this, but you'll get a little wiggle in your blade. This surge is, I mean, from a snap, walk and talk, it's great. And from a utility knife with that.
Yeah, no, it looks cool. It's pretty much what I wanted to do a slip joint utility blade with a choil. And that's pretty much what he's got there. So
no, it's not. You're just talking about concepts. Yours would look totally different.
I know.
You can't think like that.
I think I'm going to try to do a collaboration with these guys that do this thing.
That's not O Knife, is it? That's the other one?
No, they made the one for O Knife. So they're the OEM, I guess. 9-tie EDC. They're like $30 on Amazon. So I want to try to do like a, I don't know, carbon one or something and make sure there's a lefty clip on it, because this doesn't have that.
Would that be a lot cheaper than if you took some good drawings, or Colin took some good drawings of a mechanism that you could somehow modify and send it to QSP?
This would just be like me doing a channel collaboration or something. It wouldn't be like a redesign or anything.
You're not into the crispy donut community, are you? I'm not going to get into the drama corner yet. You and the crispy donut community are going to do a collaboration?
No. What? No.
I'm kidding. That was me dropping drama into the conversation. I'm
What's
joking.
the drama?
There is no drama. You didn't get my text?
No, I must have missed it. Or I missed the point of it. What happened?
Well, I took the notes that you wanted me to take, and then I also added my talking points because I didn't want you to forget when I have Javon's Drama Corner, which I've started picking up on in my makeup.
Right, what's the drama then? Let's do Javon's Drama Corner right now.
No. I was just making sure that you weren't, if I wouldn't, and there's no drama, but in good faith, I would not probably be able to participate if it was a Crispy Donut Community collaboration.
What don't you like about Crispy Donut Community?
I love everything about them. Knives are very subjective.
What the fuck? I don't get what you're saying. Are you saying you just don't like the donut theme stuff?
Yeah, I'll say that.
Yes, that's one part of it.
Is that what you're getting at? Because I'm not into that stuff either. Although their new one looks pretty cool because it's titanium with milled sprinkles. It's not colored. I actually think that one looks cool. I'm supposed to get a prototype to check out, but
their stuff looks nice. Who's their OEM?
I just feel like you're beating around the bush and you're not just saying.
No, it's simply, you guys know me. I do the whole debate, not hate thing. But sometimes I think that pointing out things, I have, and I need to not do this as much, but I'll get little, as my dad used to say, a bee in my bonnet. Where it's Snow Trog. What I see is they're always live, which is cool. It's cool. You can always be live. There are a lot of the guys in the group.
What's wrong with them being live?
Nothing. I'm telling you, these are my little weirdities. So if I see someone, to me, it's like marketing. There's a fine line between being a knife enthusiast nut and being someone who is, and you can't, there's no reason you can't do both. So don't think I'm taking a side or another, but
you're literally saying nothing right now.
No, I'm saying, are you building a community? Are you building a community? So lost right now. Or are you building a brand?
Are they what?
Building a community or building a brand. Now you can do both simultaneously.
They're trying to do both.
Exactly. You always try to do both, but what seems more apparent to the average person that watches? Are they building a community or building a brand?
I don't know why.
I'm going to find a deeper group of knife nuts to hang out with. If we're going to get into Javon's Drama Corner, you guys are no help. At least participating.
At least have drama though. Like, you're not saying anything.
It's not drama. Drama, I should phrase it wrong. I'm trying to start meaningful conversation
about whether they're starting a community or a brand.
No. See, you go down the deep
Oh, yeah,
rabbit hole,
Johnny Walker.
thinking that I've got a major ill. All I'm saying is, to me,
you literally called it Drama Corner.
well, it's Drama Corner because I probably should have named it differently if I had a little bit
Or
more
so.
time.
So
I'm just
here-
not. I think it's the donuts for one, and I
a
know
lot
that
of people are
HQ doesn't own
into
it.
the donut thing. That's
A
so
lot of people.
they're building a community around the donut themed thing. Like
Are
that's
they like former cops or some shit? Like I remember when I first
yes,
got
they're
and corrections
they are
officers,
law
and I
enforcement. One of
bless their
them's a cop,
service.
and one of them, Luke, I believe, is a corrections officer. Drew is a cop.
So they're kind of running with him, and I get that idea,
Yeah.
but you know,
Well, to me,
I
it
will-
seems like
I
the
will agree
donut
that it's
thing
not
was
my
done,
thing,
paid
But the guys are
for,
cool.
and branded.
They're not doing anything that would, in my eyes, be negative at all.
How deep do you dive down the Ranger rabbit hole?
I went down it a little bit. I had pouches and shit. And I did that for like a couple weeks, and then I was like, okay, I don't ever carry or use these things. Like,
But have you looked into getting them made and stuff like that?
I have. We have Divo ones. What?
I didn't say anything. I'm just starting
I thought you
conversation. If you look at, it's the content, not the fact that they're live. And I'm in their lives a lot. I lurk in a lot of lives. That's what I do.
I'm not there a lot, so like
Self-promotion, which is fine. Promotion. Let's sell. I mean, that's nothing wrong with that. Use the platform. Huh? Sell your stuff. I'm all for that.
I mean, you could argue that every one of my lives is about self-promotion in a way.
The key factor is, in a way, you're putting out information, and this is subjective, guys. We all like different stuff. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm just saying, personally, I picked the vibe up from certain different creators
mostly
that I love to death.
Not, okay.
That aren't just out there. Josh, that's kind of what I'm saying, but it's not. And they do it like a lot.
They're like O-Light fanboys in O Nation.
I
don't know.
I don't disagree. I agree with everything y'all. I just get a weird feeling, right?
Live your own live. Javon, don't like donuts, don't eat them. Yeah.
Nick,
there you go. Good one, Moon. I like it.
Mondays 2 weeks ago.
Trout, man. Are they all shipped yet, or what you got going on with that shit?
Sorry, what was the first part?
I just got my notification that it's en route. Did all the pre-orders ship?
The V2?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they got picked up yesterday. Colin was working on them all week. He was solo on this, so it took a little while. But he had them all labeled, packed, all that shit, and then they picked them up Friday. So they're all on the way now. And they're fucking, unless I break one, they're fucking amazing. So
they are amazing.
I think you guys will like them. And
Jason,
as far as I can tell, you got about a 50-50 chance that you get a ringer. They don't all do it, but you got a chance. That's just how it goes with hollow grind. Sometimes you get lucky with those. I love my donut themed knives. Yeah. No, I don't know. I think it's cool. I don't personally like.
I thought the donut thing was a Blade HQ thing. And I know they don't have any kind of patent on it, but to me, as long as I've been in the knife community, which is not long. That's funny, Nick. I actually found that in a leftover from Blade show 2 Metal Mondays ago, and thought it would be no big deal, and just chewed them up, and then had the weirdest 3 hours. I mean, something about just, I don't know if they were grown in a certain spot or what, but it was just whack.
I think I'm ready for it, bro. It's been so fucking long since I fucking had some mushrooms, buddy. I'm ready.
Dude, there's in therapeutic doses. When I say therapeutic, I'm saying a half to
it out. I can fix that, or I can replace it, but I got to see the knife. If you can just email me, kevin@divoknives.com or info@divoknives.com or LeftyEDC88@gmail.com. We'll get you taken care of.
Let me show you what I've been carrying a lot lately, and I think it might be my new favorite. And I think it's because JD for EDC traded me the 80s for the Arctic, which I didn't dislike the Arctic, but this stays in my pocket.
What's up,
just
G-Ball?
all the time.
Yeah, you like it?
I did.
Until you dropped it.
I dropped it in my crotch. Oh, I love it, dude. It's a light knife. You don't, and I've really gravitated towards the wire clips. I wish I could find my wire clip for my Mash V1 to put it back on. I just a big fan in wire clips.
Can you hear the difference?
That's the ringer.
You can hear that?
I could hear that fucking thing the first go round.
Is it the hollow grind that makes it
this
different?
One doesn't ring. I don't, dude. There's no science to it. We've all tried to figure this out with the Jaegers and and the J capes. Some of them just fucking do it. I think it has to do with the hollow grind and then how the blades hits the stop pin or something. But it's just on open, even on closed, you'll get a ring sometimes.
Well, the resonance to me sounds like it has to be the thinness issue. Kind of like when you take your finger on top of a wine glass and make the noise. It's almost like the ting is a combination of that stop pin and the acoustics left in that metal that hadn't been.
Yeah.
I got a question on this mash, bro. I got a question for you on this new 2.5 version of the mash.
Yeah.
Number one, is the best fucking one you've done yet, FYI.
It's awesome.
But were they always just one side with the liner?
They did that with the Growler too.
So no, the Growler has dual liners, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I thought that, but Pocket Metal's borrowing it, and he swore to me that it did not have a liner on the structural carbon fiber side. I'll show you.
I have one right here. It has dual liners.
So this is the Brian Brown Predator. From Smoky Mountain Knife Works, it doesn't have a liner on the show side.
Right, because you don't need it. You don't need it with certain materials. But if you look at a Growler, if you have both and you put them side to side, the scale thickness, it's thinner on the Growler. So they have to put a liner in there to make sure it's it doesn't flex or anything or flex much. With the Mash, we never did carbon fiber. They were always titanium. So they never needed liners. And then we asked them, can you do carbon fiber? And they were like, well, we'd have to do a whole new drawing. We'd have to do a minimum of 400 because you'd have basically a new knife at that point. But they were like, let us test it with carbon fiber and see. They went and made one and tested it, and they found it was structurally sound enough that they could do it with carbon. And that's why it's the same knife. It's literally just carbon fiber instead of
2.6 ounces.
I just point out the liner thing because it's kind of unique. It makes it super light.
2.6 ounces, dude, is unheard of.
Yeah, for the size, I think it's pretty damn good. I mean, even on the nips, they're tiny. They have liners on both sides, but that's mostly because that one started. That one started as titanium, and they always had to do the
trying to buy a nip from me for a friend. Will you trade me? I had somebody try to trade me a Buzz, which I've already got for one of my nips, an older Buzz. And I'm not. I love my nips. I think this is one of my favorite knives.
Are you coming up with a 2.0 on the Buzz, Kev?
We're working with Best Tech on a mini right now.
Ooh.
So we're going to do a mini and try to make it more affordable. So I think we're going to do 154 or Nitro B. And I think we'll probably supply carbon fibers and do it that way. We're trying to keep it under 200. You guys know Best Tech's more expensive, but I don't know. The Buzz didn't do as well as our other knives. I don't know why.
I've told you why.
I think it was maybe the price point for for some
The
reason.
timing, maybe
It was
wasn't
the version 1 of this, even though it came out later.
Yeah, that could be the other reason, that it's similar enough to the mash that people just were like, I can get a mash for
200
120
less.
or 150. I don't know, but I think a mini would be sick.
Did
So
that drop during the pandemic?
The
Buzz?
Yeah, that's true too. They dropped it the worst time. It was like October 22 when the fucking economy just went right down.
So if you look at these two
part of
side
it.
by side, they don't look identical.
No, they
But
don't.
for me, they fill the same slot in a knife collection. But then when I got the Buzz, which was one of the last Divos I've gotten besides the Mash V2 2.5, the quality in the best tech version, you can feel the couple of $100 here when you're just looking
Right.
at them, and you feel how good the Mash V2. I mean, what's the law of diminishing returns?
Yeah, the 2.5 kind of really.
Or the 2.0 at the time, it was the 2.0 that.
Yeah, but the
I think
2.0, I don't know. If you take a 2.5 and a Buzz and put them next to each other, I could easily see somebody being like, okay, I'm going to spend $140 or $330. I get that argument. So wait,
Well,
Blaze Q has donut oil now? Because I just got this donut oil.
My point has been just exclamated by you.
What? Your point is that
Fucking
they're
crispy
copying Blade
donut
HQ?
oil. I mean, make crispy donut wiping cloths. That's
Louis,
why I loved working
what's
the
up?
car business, because the best car dealers also owned a printing company to print their own contracts that they
saying
bought
hi.
for
Hey, dude.
themselves. It's all about growing a brand at all cost, in my opinion.
I don't know. From what I understand, I think they started their donut thing before that all started with Blade HQ. But I
Dude,
don't
they're
know.
nice guys. I'm not talking shit. I'm just throwing weird Javon Saturday night
That
truth.
reminds me, I got 2 new flashlights. Check these fuckers out.
Are you gonna put any of them fucking things in the pass around, bro? Because I don't know.
You think I'm not putting my $800 custom
Oh,
flashlights?
okay, yeah, I don't blame you.
If you want to check out some of the ones I get in for like review, I can. Like
I
this
didn't
thing.
figure out like what the fuck is the deal with
Is that the laser? Is that the LEP LED?
No, this is the one that you could switch from thrower to flood.
I got you.
And what
It's
does
pretty
thrower
wild.
mean? What is when it says thrower? What does that
So
mean?
thrower means
Alarming.
throw is like spotlight at a distance. You can spot stuff, and then flood is like immediate flooding the area up close. So the lights that I tend to like are like EDC lights that have flood, because I'm just using them indoors basically or around the house. I'm not out there fucking hunting or spotting shit on a walk or whatever. But some people like the opposite, And then there's like these laser type ones that they literally have like a laser in there that projects the light, and they can travel like a mile.
That right there
it's
was
like the tiniest fucking dot that you see, like that.
Now, what makes that fucking thing worth $800? Explain to me.
This,
what's the features that?
So it's just like a knife, dude. This is made by a dude in a shop in the U.S. He machines the body, the head, the clip. Well, he has the clips made, but and then some of the internal parts are Chinese, just like like bearings or whatever, same kind of deal. But you're basically paying for the host, they call it. The machining on the body and everything. And you got to really handle them to understand it.
But you also pay for some of the science of what they put together too, because it's kind of a Lego thing in my mind. Yeah, all those parts go together, but they're trying to build better lights based on the latest components in some cases, right?
I don't know about that. I mean, Hanko's been basically making the same lights for 10 years probably. He just does different patterns and materials and shit like that. Check this thing out. Got this thing in yesterday from G1.com. They're a fidget dealer that sends me stuff occasionally. And this thing is fucking wild.
What the fuck is that?
So check it out. All right. It's got a fidget spinner ring thing here. and then these little guys spin or click or whatever, right? But then the top comes off of this fucking thing, and it's a fucking flashlight. So you literally snap the head on, which I don't even know why they made it removable like that, but they did. And then I got to unlock it.
So the light won't come on when you take it apart, so you couldn't like stick it in your tin or something? I guess it's not connected to the battery when you take it off?
Yeah, obviously it turns off, and then it'll pop back on. This thing is like lit up when you take it off. It's super weird.
Yeah, I'd be afraid that thing be tracking my distance. And
it's like it's Zerk. All that black shit is Zerk. It's a wild ass flashlight. Then you can lock it and then turn on the top switch.
Steady.
And then this will just be on all the time. You can leave it in your case or whatever, I guess people do. I don't know. It's wild. This is the kind of stuff I'm not into, but it is cool. But anyway, Jason, yeah, I can pass around like some of the ones that come in for review from like Nightcore and shit, but I'm not gonna send my like custom lights around.
No, I don't blame you, bro. Fuck no. But I've been rocking an Arkfeld, and that it just took a shit on me. I had it for about a year, and it just took a shit on me, man. That seemed to have gotten it done for me, you know.
Did you reach out to Olight though? It shouldn't.
I reached out to Justin at White Mountain. He told me to reach out to Olight.
Okay, yeah, that shouldn't crap out after a year. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Sup, suckers? Three Stooges. Yeah, dude. One of the reasons I wanted to have you on was just to like let the people get to know you a little bit. If people don't know, this is Jason. It's been like an hour, but this is Jason from Knife Dope. He's got a channel.
Formerly Puerto Rican with the knife.
Yes,
that's right.
Correct.
That's right.
So if you guys don't know him, that's where he's from. And yeah, I just was curious. Like, I wanted to ask basic questions, like your favorite blade shape, locking mechanism, brands, like shit like that people might want to know, or I just want to know. Because I unfortunately don't have the time to like watch everybody's shit anymore.
No, fuck no. I mean, one of my favorite locking mechanisms, since you just touched on that, has always been the fucking Scorpion lock with the 8015. I think it's a travesty. I love
it. That's one of Lefty's least favorite knives that I went out and bought early into his channel. That's the 8015.
Yeah. I love that fucking lock. I think it's a travesty that we don't see that locking mechanism on any other models. But
I mean, it is a cool lock. I don't personally like it, but I can see why you do. Like, I wish they would put it on like a cooler knife, maybe.
You don't like the 8015?
It's just like that G10 will shred you. It's like
yeah. I mean, I got rocking OG.
Original Goat has titanium scales now, and Satu Dave did a hollow grind on my 8015, dude, that you would love. I'll send it out to you after I get the scales on it. But the thing about your video that drove me nuts, I guess because you're left-handed, is the way you were trying to close it, talking about how you felt it was dangerous, which I felt that way and cut myself on that knife as much as any knife, learning to use it.
Yeah.
But once you get to use it, it's got a lot of enjoyment that I get out of deploying it and closing it up.
It doesn't have like it doesn't feel like a snappy detent. It's just, I don't know. It's just different.
It doesn't have a detent.
Back with the membership. Thank you, sir. I need some music with that. I don't know if you guys like my necklace, but my daughter made this in daycare, so I'm rocking it.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, I've got something you might be interested in. I might be able to add you as a user. I signed up for a year's worth of this.
Whoa.
All right.
We got rid of him. He'll be back. He must have accidentally knocked himself out.
God damn, my boy he could talk. Fuck.
There he is.
From Epidemic Sound.
Oh, I already have that, I think. Brent, Backpack B gave me he just like bought me a membership when he helped me with video or something. I forget.
Oh, congrats to him, bro. I know he had the baby and shit.
Yeah.
Congrats to him, man.
Absolutely.
Reese.
That was the cutest picture.
Brent's my boy, man. I love Brent.
You guys know each other
Knife
before you
squeeze
started making
sausage.
knives? Did you know each other before the knife game, or?
No, I met him at our first local meetup, like
Okay.
almost 3 years ago now, maybe.
Y'all hit it off from the start. Y'all just
I thought he was
jived.
an Asian dude at first because his channel sounds Asian, doesn't it? Backpack B.
Backpack V. I get it. Yeah,
It sounds like some Asian shit. So when he showed up, I was like, wait. And then yeah, I don't know. We're boys. I love Brent.
Hey, answer me this, because I'm not that familiar with Knife Nuts. I noticed it was on the other night and I missed it. I was asleep on the couch. But who is that group? I didn't seem to recognize anybody but Brent.
Knife Nuts? What are you talking about?
They're Knife Owl. I'm sorry.
Oh, Knife Owl. You know,
Yeah,
I don't
it's like 4
catch that.
guys.
It doesn't pop up for me, or the timing never works. But I know he does a show with it's Brent and then Doug.
Ace of Knives.
Broke ass EDC is Doug.
Okay.
And I don't know if there's anybody else, but
I think
know
that
those
Ace
two
of
are in
Knives
there.
is on there.
Who?
Is it Ace of Knives? Let me go find
Could
it.
be. Could
I
be.
just
I
think
don't know.
it goes back to what you said about having people join just to get to know more people, because that's the coolest thing about why I
Abby is in the
continue
house.
this.
What up?
What is up, Mary Ellen?
Abby Stokes.
Mikey Trails.
If you're not following Stabby Stokes on Instagram and you want to laugh every day,
You
watch
get
the
your
shorts.
daily dose of sarcasm right there. I love
What's
Stabby.
the channel you said but the song? What was it when you just shot out? What was the name of that?
What?
What's the name of that channel you just said? I'm not familiar with it. You just said if you want to get your daily laugh in or some shit.
Oh,
Stabby Stokes on Instagram.
On Instagram.
I'll send you her profile on
Right
IG Messenger.
She has a channel now on YouTube too.
All right.
Yeah, guys, go check out Stabby when you can.
And she's got a
Don't go
personality
bum
that
rushing.
won't
We're
stop.
not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, I noticed
we're
Jack.
not allowed to raid people, so I don't want to do that.
No raids.
No raid. But go over there and check it out, I guess. I don't know. We're the LED made, not America, so not worth 800. I mean, the LED is, $5. Like, it's not making or breaking the flashlight. It's just where they're made. Like,
it's Samsung and somebody else are your main two players.
they're probably Japanese or they're Asian somewhere. I prefer the Nichias. I like the 519A 4500K temperature. I really like those.
What's the best bang for my buck with the flashlight? Like if I'm coming in the game,
you want a custom?
You say custom, I get nervous when you say fucking custom.
This right here.
Check out FocusWorks.
Urban EDC Supply.
Yeah,
has this for $185. I think FocusWorks website has it for a little less, but you pay shipping.
Get aluminum. If you get the raw aluminum, which looks the best anyway, it's $175, and it's a really good intro to flashlights, in my opinion. And it's a custom. I mean, he makes them in a shop in Canada. Like it's one guy making them. So
I liked it so much. I bought an F2 afterwards. So that's $600 in flashlights I didn't need to buy. And then I luckily fell out of the rabbit hole. But this one's a 4500, or it's got the more yellow light where the
4,000.
Yeah, 4,000 and 5,000. 5,000 is more of a cool blue white light, where this is more yellowy. I don't know if you can tell that.
Yeah. I'm more fucking in the feel. Like I want my shit to have a magnet on the back because I do HVAC, so I like it to be able to.
So you want production shit.
It's hard to beat that, even though for the longest time I lost control of it.
Yeah, that one's too small though for him.
What about the Bangkok Mark says get a work host TS10? You know about that?
That's like a little. That's not gonna have a magnet. That's like a wannabe one of these. You know what I mean? Chinese wannabe.
This is a great little light.
I mean, they're like $20 though, so it's cool. Do I have anything? You want a magnet though?
I mean, just yeah. I think I do, bro.
I get it. I like the magnet idea too.
Have you seen the little Olight Seeker 4?
Bro, literally my only experience with, up until I bought that fucking Arkfeld, I rocked the Divo for years. That's it.
Honestly, that's probably what I'd recommend is like a Olight
Yeah.
in the price range because you get the arc felt has the magnet, right?
Yep.
The arc felt flex is a good one too because you can bend the head. And then, if you're doing HVAC, you have the magnet and the flexible head. You can hit any angle.
Okay, the flex you said, arc felt flex.
It's called R flex basically.
R-flex.
If you don't like the arc felt, if you're not using the laser and the UV, then the Pro is kind of useless. So you might as well get the regular one.
I use the laser to be honest with you. Though I do use the laser. Like when I'm pointing out to a customer, like ductwork or some shit, I use that laser quite a bit, actually.
All right, well then,
I use my UV.
I would just get another one of those. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
There's not many with that kind of combination of stuff, to be honest.
I kind of do want, though, one with the dragon
membership. Jeez, Zach.
That has 3 different colors.
Thank you, sir.
But I don't know what I'd use the extra colors for. The blue or the red.
What are you talking about?
I kind of want one more light with the dragon driver that allows me to go in and have a separate color. You know?
I love the dragon, dude.
But you still don't know which one you use more, the red or the blue, right? Have you found the...
I have lights with mostly amber and red now. But I'm getting some more with green and blue because I want to have all the different ones. There's the CWF you can choose between red, blue, and green. Nobody else does that. You have to pick one color.
We need to go to NAF sale, but DLT had some CWFs hit today.
Yeah.
Hey, how fast did your fucking did the mash on the NAF sale shit sell out?
I think somebody said it was like 5 minutes.
No shit.
They only had like 30 or 40 of them up because they were saving some for Blade Show. So
man, my buddy, the Gay Blade, got one, and he really likes it.
Yeah, Gay Blade has a video up on the MASH V2.5. Check that out. I love Gay Blade.
Fuck is that?
It's another channel.
I put his channel up. He's a great guy. Give him a sub.
He did a Lush video. That's how we discovered him. And he's a nice dude, but he's a trans gay dude.
He's a trans gay guy with bad teeth,
right.
And that's exactly how he introduces himself.
He's got bad teeth,
and he's got a very low key about how knives queerly make him feel, and I think it's very good information. I mean,
dude, I love his. It's not a shtick because he's definitely real, but I don't know. I love the Gay Blade.
I do too. I'm going to show you. I watched
a couple of his videos when I was out dropping off packages and shit today at UPS.
Here's the mash. I'm going to share this one up so y'all can check it out. This is and y'all go give Gay Blade a sub. Not all at once because we don't want to have them lose subs.
Is that the one I gave you? The driver I gave you? Because that would work in that Deadwood, dude. If you bought that Deadwood off me that I offered you. I don't know if you answered because my fucking messenger app sucks. Anyways, what up, Steve? That's my flashlight partner in crime.
Hungry Bird.
We fucking egg each other on. It's not good. I just bought a Zerk one of these, and you don't want to know what I spent on that.
But I can appreciate the simplicity of this little light and the lightness of it.
No, dude. I sent mine off to get modded. I need a different driver in there. I can't. So I got no memory on mine, but it still has fucking memory. It's the stupidest thing. So like you'll cycle, and if you don't stay on a mode for a second, it doesn't register as a mode. And then when you turn it off,
Illuminati,
it'll cycle back where it was when you turn it on, even though it has no memory. It's the stupidest driver ever. So I'm going to get it swapped out. But otherwise, if you get the memory one, I think that one makes sense. I'm not going down the light rabbit hole. Okay, don't go down it.
You want me to show you something cool from Meritech from CountyCom?
He makes way more than that. You just don't see it. I'm telling you. Trust me.
Is that a
He
Japanese
had
guy?
a whole pre-order of Zerk lights he was working through. Those are $17.50 a piece, and he's working through a pre-order list. He's probably making, a few of those a week, selling them at $17.50. So he's
Mike, that's
selling
very
technically maybe 2 a month on Lotto, but there's way more than that coming out of that place.
Have I shown you this little thing from CountyCom?
That looks like a Christmas ornament.
It is a sapphire glass, titanium with a glow ring, magnifying glass that will not only fry bugs, but if you've got to look at a blade to see what your blade steel is or serial numbers, you know those little glasses that we use that have the lights on them where you can look at your blade grinds and stuff like that?
I don't, but sure.
This little thing was like $60, which I know it's ridiculous, but it's titanium, sapphire glass, and it's badass. And it comes with these 2 little like silicone bumpers. One's orange and one's glow in the dark, and a little thing to put it on your bug out bag. But you can start fires with this, man. I roasted a leaf the other day, and I felt pretty damn strong. I can strike a ferro rod, but to roast a leaf with a magnifying glass, I hadn't done that in 40 years.
Who's top left? I heard HVAC. Oh, there you go. We introduced him a minute ago, but it's Jason from Knife Dope. Check out his channel. And yeah, he's in HVAC. That's his profession.
Are you always in a front end loader when you make your videos, or are you in something else? I picture that being a front end loader.
No, fuck no. I'm in my Trail Boss.
Okay. When you're doing your what's up fuckers, when you're sitting there and it looks like you got space around you.
What's up fuckers?
Yep. I'm in my fucking I'm in my
I think the audio is fine. Oh, new channel member, Demon. Hell yeah, dude. That reminds me, we should give away something tonight. What should I give away? Oh, how about this one? This one's sick. This one I just got back from Pass Around. This is the Katuo Illusion.
That's a fucking good one right there.
That is a
Nice,
sick
isn't
number.
it?
That's a fucking good one right there, bro.
Yeah, I think this is a nice one. So we'll give that one away in honor of Blade Show starting next week, baby.
When you going? When you leave for that?
Wednesday.
You stoked or what?
Yeah, dude. It's my first time going to Texas. So that's cool in general. And then it's first time doing that show, obviously, which will be cool, hopefully. We'll be at 11W.
Time to walk around?
I usually end up having time, yeah.
How many people
Not
have put
much.
money in your PayPal yet and asked you for favors that they shouldn't call in?
Nobody. No, most people are smart enough.
I've been talking to Greg over at Strix, and he's bringing a few. Sparrow. What did I say Strix for? I always screw shit like that up. Not a custom. He's bringing a beautiful couple of customs. But he's going to have a few regular productions. I say regular. And then that one of 3 that's the blackout. But one of my best buds is just dying to get his hand on a higher end production Strix.
Nice. Those are cool.
I was hoping yours wasn't left-handed because I felt like at some point you get tired of it, and he'd be the perfect guy to move it on
I don't
to.
think so. I think I'm keeping that one for. It's like my top knife. I also paid $1,700 for it, but it was worth it. He says I work at an HVAC supply. I know about duct work as much as I hate it. Okay.
Not me. I subbed that shit out, buddy.
And I'll tell you, Kevin, that warms my heart that you found a knife that's connected with you. For a while, I was thinking, I see your point. Your point's very valid. I've got to make room to share more knives, and that helps you design better knives because you're experiencing more. But I just can't let shit go unless Jason
I let a lot of shit
the
go.
PMP Tianto. I would make a special.
You still have that? Nobody wants that.
I haven't listed it yet. I can't bring myself.
Hey, why don't you ask Dirk? Ask Dirk.
It's not.
He might want it. Who else likes big ass knives?
Well, Satu put a hollow grind on
Red Wolf. Red Wolf would buy that off you. Who else?
How many you got in the collection, Lefty? How many are you sitting with in the collection? Count.
I mean, I did a video like a month ago on it. I didn't count them or anything. If you count my Divo case and my Jack Wolf case, the number gets a lot bigger. But like my main case of those things is probably like 40-ish. It's not many. I mean, as a knife channel and nut and shit, I don't think I have that many. Most of these guys have hundreds. Like,
yeah, fuck that.
because they keep like 80% of the shit that comes in. I don't keep anything.
Okay, drama corner number 2. What the fuck is that?
Me shit, I don't keep any of it.
Well, I can see that. I have one company, Vosteed, that'll send me stuff occasionally, and they say review it, tell us what you think, feel free to post whatever you want, and then give it to one of your viewers. And that's the perfect way for me to have a relationship with a company I believe in. Because I was buying Vosteed before I ever met them at Blade Show. I sought them out. But
this thing's sick, dude. The mini Labrador.
You like it?
It's fucking amazing.
Dude, their knives are so, I mean,
probably too small for a lot of you guys, but as a little mini flipper, it's really well made. It's really good. And then I also got in the Thornton, the Wayne Shartworld knife.
Yeah.
And I liked it a lot more than I expected I would when I first saw it.
Right.
That's his design that he unboxed a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah. But in hand, he really did a good job designing the handle, and I like the blade shape a lot. I don't love button locks. That's my biggest kind of gripe. Is just it's a button lock. This is a liner lock, or a top lock would be pretty sick. Shout out to Roll Shambo. He loves the top lock, the compression lock thing they do.
Have you tried a dog tooth? And I know you hate axis locks.
I don't even know what that's a Dachshund.
Dachshund, what I call a dog tooth. That's my
yeah. I had one of those in the pass around.
What did you think about its detent? Nothing? Did it not?
It's perfect. I mean, it's the best on an axis lock that I've tried.
Now, that's what I thought. I mean, to me, it's crispy.
Yeah. I got some springs in from Kunwu, put them in this drop bear, and it's like so much better. But so, all right. So, Jason, you said the scorpion lock.
Scorpion fucking lock.
What about blade shape?
Blade shape, bro. I used to be like a really heavy into the Warncliffe sheath foot, but I've like the last year, man, I've really started just to appreciate a good fucking drop point, man. I've fallen back in love with them, and you
went back to missionary, huh?
There you go.
Feeling you on IG.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, drop points are sick, dude. Show me the ball sack. I don't have a ball sack, dude. I don't have one anymore.
What happened to the ball sack, bro?
I have no idea. It got lost in the move or something. I did find.
Here you go, Todd.
You got one?
No, I'm just putting up my emoji ball sacks.
I found a couple of ball sack stickers somewhere. Now I can't find it. Oh, here's one. There you go, Todd. There you go. I'll keep that out. I'll use that. I noticed my super chats went down after I stopped the ball sack thing. So you guys clearly want the ball sack back, right?
Mine have gone way down, but I never asked for them. That's another thing, another post I'm not going to get into. I'm just going to sit here and be quiet the rest of the night.
Oh yeah, Mike. That's what's up, Mikey. What? What do you super chats? What about it?
There's a difference. I don't do a lot. I don't get a lot of super chats, but I never ask for them, and I'm almost embarrassed when I get them.
What was that? Oh, is that a Rosie? That thing's hammering, dude. It sounds sick.
That's that fucking finger cannon, bro. You know better.
Dude, you're gonna break that though.
Hey, I ain't scared.
How many knives have you broken with a finger cannon?
A couple. I broke a fucking I broke a couple. Not that, yeah, I broke a couple. I broke fucking ProTech Mordax.
Did you break a stout?
I did. Broke the D10 ball.
Is that where I had to send you a new insert?
Broke it to
Yeah.
D10.
Yeah, dude, because you
Well, I
fucking.
mean, shit, it was fucking, it's version 1, bro. I've been rocking that shit heavy duty. So
I know, but that's what I'm saying, dude. You got to be careful because not every company's going to have extra parts years later. And you're going to fucking break them and then be like, shit.
When we rally in Atlanta, I want us to go to Midgard Messer's booth first, and I want you to flip the biggest knife you can flip and see how strong your finger is in front of that German lady.
You got to get him one of those Fenris, that one that I had, that fucking ginormous fucking thing. I don't think he can flip that.
No, I walked up there with Jeff Woods, my buddy A to Z, and I told him, I said, a lot of these European companies, flipping knives is not cool. Don't go up to somebody's table and grab their custom knife and flick it. And Jeff goes up to the Midgard Messer. I did, because that came from Screaming Pirates. This was my first place.
Fuck that. I want you to flick the shit out of my knives.
You do, because you're an enthusiast. This Midgard Messer company.
You want me to buy the knife? I'm going to have to flick that fucking thing. Because guess what? 9 out of 10 times, that D10's going to be dog shit. And then there's going to be lock stick like nobody's business. If I just do this, I'm not going to figure out either of those things.
They think we're Neanderthals if we don't do this.
Fuck them. They can fuck off. They're not my people.
But anyway, Jeff didn't listen to me, and he went up and flipped it. And they said, "Sir, that is not a flipper." And it was one of those big Midgards that Rochambeau has on his cover. On his live. But I was going to say,
Mark has a question for you, Jason.
Yeah, I know what the fuck he's talking about.
What is he? Is he talking about Sharif or is he talking about a car?
I think he's talking about a car.
Oh. All right. Well, shout out to Bangkok
Instagram,
Mark.
buddy. Billy Moore, if you are, just send me a DM. I'll send you some pictures of it. You're interested in it. I only reviewed it.
It's awesome, dude. I mean, it's nothing more than a mini flipper knife, but it's a beautiful design. They totally changed this design to be. This is the Labrador design. Fucking shines here. It did not in the original version. Look at that lock bar cut. Just look at how beautiful that is. The curve.
Is that tie or steel?
Titanium. It's $69, 14C and tie. Beautiful flipper. I can get 3.5 fingers on. This thing's beautiful drop point. I'm telling you, this thing's sick.
They had a young couple, probably in their 20s, maybe low 30s, I can never tell, that were working their booth, Blade Show 2023. And I spent a lot of time talking with them. They let me take one of their mink fixed blades back with me. They didn't have a sheath for it yet. And didn't know what to do for a sheath.
Oh, wait, ball sack. Sorry.
Not to do this, and they did that anyway.
Ball sack or head rock? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I told them just to do a simple mounting clip because people are going to put what they want on it if they're going to carry it. And they went ahead and spent however many dollars per knife on one of these damn things.
Who?
Fosteed. They came out with a fixed blade.
In China, they're selling those things like hotcakes. Everybody's fixed blade has one.
Oh, I know.
So it's really, I don't think, it's probably the cheapest option, honestly. And it's not bad, but it just doesn't, they just need to put loops on them.
They're too big for me. I like something a lot more.
Yeah, roll is awesome. I don't know who.
Are y'all going to get into fucking, into kitchen knives and shit? With Divo? You ain't fucking with it?
Oh, you mean like everybody else? No.
Well, I didn't know everyone else was doing it. I just fucking. I don't use kitchen knives. It's funny because I actually just filmed a kitchen knife video because the company reached out and I was actually like interested for once, but normally not into it. So we're not gonna make something we wouldn't use or care about. You know what I mean? It's just like pry bars. Everybody's like, "You making a pry bar?" It's like we don't care about pry bars, so we're not gonna just make one to make one. You don't carry a pry bar, bro? I
don't carry a fucking pry bar. I gotta have fucking pocket space for flashlights and knives.
I hear you. I mean, I'm a new convert. I converted probably about 4 or 5 months ago. I can't live without that fucking thing now, man.
What do you carry?
I carry a fucking $50 goddamn Olight pry bar that carries some fucking bits in it, bro.
Yeah, that one's cool.
That shit is badass, bro.
I just realized I never used I carried a Fulcrum for like a year, and I realized I never used it. Like anytime I did use the driver, which was the only thing I ever used on it, it was when I was at somebody's house, so I could just get a screwdriver. So like it was the first thing I knocked out of my pocket when I got into flashlights or the fidgets or whatever it was. Something had to go, and the pry bar got kicked.
Check that little guy out.
Is that Tucson or is that Olight? That's Tucson, isn't it?
No, it's some guy on Etsy.
This is the Teal Design Company on Etsy.
Excuse me.
He makes these in America, titanium, and it's got these super strong magnets. So you can put a bit in the end, or you can put a bit right there.
Yeah,
and
it's just,
got a little
I never need
it is kind of big.
I don't know. It's just not worth putting in my pocket. I had one in my truck, and I had one here. And then everywhere else, people have screwdrivers. Like, I just don't. And I don't need to pry shit randomly. If I need to pop a bottle, I can grab anything. I can use a fucking stapler or whatever. Fred,
That's probably my favorite.
Not really. Usually, you can pay cash, but there's not usually a discount. Now, for us, like if you're in Georgia, like at the Atlanta show, or at Utah, we have to charge tax. They want sales tax on online orders. So if you pay cash, you don't have to pay the tax technically. I'm not actually, you know what? We do charge tax with cash. So, yeah, I'm not trying to get myself in trouble here, but.
So then how come White Mountain's allowed to fucking not charge me tax?
So here's the thing. If you buy something on our website, if you live in Georgia or Pennsylvania, you're going to get charged sales tax because we have locations technically in both states. Gotcha. It's called Nexus. It's a thing. Right. If somebody in Illinois orders from us, they don't get charged sales tax. But at a show, you're obviously both in that place, and the government fuckers come around to these convention centers and they're like, we're going to make sure everybody's paying sales tax on shit at these shows. So you'll get like temporary tax IDs. We get one every year for Utah when we go to Blade West. We're not doing it this year, but so like, I don't know when we show up to Texas. I don't know if they have sales tax in Texas, so it might not matter. But like either you get an email ahead of time or when you show up, they come around to tables and give you a temporary number. And then you're supposed to collect tax and then pay it at the end of the month or whatever.
Isn't that a pain in the ass?
It sucks. But in Georgia, for us, we already have a sales tax number and everything. So for Atlanta, it's easy. If you order and you use a card or whatever, it just automatically does it. So I always tell people at the show, I'm like, if you pay with cash, but if you want to use the card, you can. No big deal. It's just, it's not a big difference, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a discount. It's just,
It's just costing you less
no.
and you're passing it along to the customer.
They're not going to be like, oh, it's $100 card and 80 cash. Nobody does that.
Right.
Because most people are using cards these days. Although shows, we actually get a good amount of cash.
Yeah, cash is king.
He abruptly left after saying, I gotta go. He probably had something come up. Shit happens.
Billy Moore, are you on IG, buddy? That's what I was saying. I'm Jay Evans, Knife Addict Life on Instagram.
I'm 90% sure this is, it's
and if you're on there, or you can, I'm going to put my email address. You can email me here. And I'll send you some pictures and we can kind of talk about it. If you're interested. I don't want you to get it if you're not interested.
He had to go quickly. Neves is probably just super busy. Yeah, I don't know. I think I caught like 5 minutes of a live a couple weeks ago. I just can't get onto any of these lives or anything. It's just crazy.
I need to start doing some fucking lives, man.
I'm telling you, man, call me tomorrow. We'll do a little mock-up where we can set up a private one and I can let you drive it and show you how easy it is.
All right, bet.
Oh yeah, chilling. I mean, that just makes sense to me. If I'm not into something, I don't want to just make it. Like with flashlights, I want to design a flashlight. I've talked to Colin about it, but I've been trying to like learn everything I can before I just go, oh, let me fucking make a flashlight, and then make something that's has half-ass something in it because I don't know. Like being ignorant is probably the worst thing that can happen when you're
Cool,
making
Billy.
stuff
I
like
just
that.
threw up my IG in case you're on there. But this is my favorite bit driver, this little Maverick. Doesn't have the fancy can opener. It's just slim, and it's a good scraper.
Yeah, that's the problem with those, though, is who the fuck uses the pry bar?
Well, it's great for popping
Jim
data
does,
off,
apparently. I don't know. I just don't. I don't have the use for it. That's all. New Hampshire doesn't have sales tax. There you go. So he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to charge sales tax to anybody in his state, which means he doesn't have to charge sales tax to anybody. Technically, California maybe can like try to fight you on that kind of shit, but that's the excuse Blade HQ uses. Maybe once you get big enough, states will come after you or something, but that's how White Mountain does it. He doesn't have to. And we don't have to either in states outside of where we have Nexus. Pennsylvania charges sales tax, so does Georgia, so we have to. I always feel bad when somebody in those states orders and I look at their order, I'm like, damn, they paid like, $15 in fucking tax. And then it's our job to actually pay it, which we do. We have an awesome fucking accountant.
But it's still a lot to keep up with, and it's a burden on a small business that seems redundant.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? It's sales tax. It's
sure.
Shit.
Sure, it's sales tax, but you're paying taxes all the way along the way, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I caught up. So a couple things I want to talk about tonight. One thing was pet peeves in the knife world. So I want to know some of your guys' ones, but my examples would be fuckers who say knives. Like, I like that knife, or I like them knives with the F. That shit bugs the shit out of me. It's more annoying when it's typed out. You know what I mean?
Thanks,
when it's
Billy.
like on a post or a comment, they're like, great knives. And I just want to strangle somebody because you're just illiterate. And then the other one is when people say, I'm doing this deal with somebody. Can I get vouchers? And I want to fucking strangle you because vouchers are like how you fucking get a free snow cone.
Right, vouchers.
Vouchers are what you get when you're trying to make a trade. So I was just curious if anybody had pet peeves like that in the knife world.
I got some pet peeves for sure, bro. I got pet peeves when someone calls a budget knife God tier. That drives me fucking crazy.
Who the fuck says the words God tier to begin with?
G-Ball.
Oh, G-Ball's a God tier guy.
He's a God tier guy.
He's a God tier guy, and he calls budget knives God tier?
He called the fucking Miguron Mayoral crossbar lock God tier.
Ooh, G-Ball.
Come on, buddy. That's
Come
one
on,
of them.
man.
When it comes to the pass arounds, don't send me a knife that you put your little grubby fucking hands on. You couldn't even wipe the goddamn blade off.
Oh, dude.
I hate that.
You know how annoying it is when I get a knife back that I sent around and it's got tape on it and fucking like it's off center and like it's just basic shit. You just clean the fucker and you put it back in the box. The worst is when I get them back and they're not in the box I sent it in. I'm like, it came in the box from the company. Like, you could at least just keep it together and fucking send it back. It's like wrapped in fucking bubble wrap and newspaper or the other worst is when I get the package and it just smells like fucking cigs and fucking asshole. That's a shout out to Miguel EDC because his fucking packages are flowery as fuck. They smell good.
I like that. I like that dude, bro. I like that fucking dude. He's a hard.
I like getting packages from him. They smell
Yeah.
good, god damn it.
Ah,
But yeah, I had to literally kick a dude out of the pass around for A, being super slow, and B, just not even cleaning up knives and shit.
who?
I'm not trying to, but
But still, that's just, it's kind of unconsiderate if you think about it, because you don't know if you're going to unbox that knife or the next person's going to unbox it.
I need to understand the mentality of some people. And for part of it is I think I go too far the other way where I'm too worried about that shit. Like I try to get stuff out immediately. I don't like having people's knives for longer than a couple days. Like if somebody buys something off me or wins a giveaway, I ship that shit the next instant that I have. Where I think that's somewhat detrimental to my like life, where like I could be spending that time with family instead of being like, oh, I gotta go upstairs and fucking pack this shit that you know what I mean? But the people who can just like take in knives and just tuck them away somewhere and not fucking do anything with them for months, because there's no fucking way you're reviewing that knife for 3 months or however long you've been holding on to it while other people are waiting for it in a pass around. Just like my brain can't even handle that. It's like I've had this knife for a day and I'm like, I got to get this to the next guy, right?
I want it in and out.
To do that for months is like, I just don't even understand like how you can do that. But then again, I think about it like maybe that person is just more involved in their own fucking life and not that worried about other people's shit, which is like fair. There's got to be a balance there, right?
It's narcissistic and it's problematic. You can say it what it is.
I guess it's a pet peeve though. It pisses me off. And then to then be like, okay, I gotta get these out and not fucking clean them. Like that's just a double fucking whammy right there. I don't know,
man. Like I think sometimes people like people in our group, no one specifically, but motherfucking, we got it good, bro. You know what I mean? Like you facilitate a lot of shit for us, and it's like I would go out my way to make sure that I'm returning the knife in its same condition in the same packaging, because it's like, fuck, man, you don't have to do this for us, So I don't get it either, man.
And major props to Kevin, because it takes him a lot of time to do all that shit.
It's interesting. I mean, part of it's selfish. Like, I don't want to have all these knives piling up on me. So I'm like, what am I going to do with them? I could give them all away, but then I don't even think I give them away fast enough. And then, so then I'm just going to have like 100 knives. And like, I bet you most of these guys just have hundreds of knives around that they have in like fucking containers and shit. Because I don't even know where the hell you would put them all. So what I do is I just try to review it as quick as I can, and then I put it on the pass around and it's gone. Then I don't have to worry about it for, then they trickle back in like 3-6 months later. And, half the time I'm just giving it to somebody in the group, or I get it back and then I just give it away then, or then I'll sell it or do whatever. But so it is partly selfish because I just don't want them to pile up on me. But it's also like
problem with that.
These companies send me shit. I'm doing one video on it because I'm not the guy who's gonna like save these knives and then do a 5 top front flipper, a fucking 10 top this, a 15 top that shit, and then pull them all out again. My brain can't do that. My brain's like new. Like I need new shit. I'm not holding on to old shit to do videos later. So I'm like, they're only getting 1 video or 2 videos out of me. I can pass it around, then they get more exposure, right? Which is good for them. And then they're more likely to send shit again. So it kind of all works. It works out for everybody, I think. But it's definitely, partly it helps me. So I like doing it.
Which was your favorite? Which was your favorite out of Jack Wolf's 2 locking, the gunslinger and the fucking after hours? Which one did you like better?
So I think I like the gunslinger deployment better. This is a weird answer, but I like the after hours aesthetic and closing better. So it's like
Right.
Overall, I'd probably take the after hours if you made me, but I'd love to like put them together. What about you?
I mean, I tell you, similar to what you're saying, bro. The deployment on that fucking gunslinger is so goddamn snappy. And I like the fact that we got a bigger bolster on the after hours, so it makes your disengagement a little bit more enjoyable, you know?
That's true. Yeah. And it drops more.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah. But I like sheep's foot better, so I would go with that just because of the aesthetic, you know?
Yeah.
Have you gotten into their slip joints yet?
Mm-mm. The deepest I've got into slip joints, big shout out to fucking Austin from fucking Traditional Pocket Knives. He's a sweet man. Wait, goddamn, right? Yeah, Austin Jackson. Yeah, fucking. Yeah. He sent me. I bought the what the fuck is the first night it came out?
Or the
Ohio Riverjack.
That was my first slip joint.
That was the first one. Yeah,
I bought that one. That was like my introduction. Then he actually
Thank you, Roll Shambo. We were just bragging on you, buddy. I enjoyed seeing you on Kevin's show.
You're at 7K, dude. Holy shit.
7,100. Yeah, it's a shorts game, man.
Nice, dude. Yeah, you love the short. I can't fucking stop. I'll start doing them again, and then I'm like, fuck this. I don't even like. I just don't like doing them.
I don't either.
Like
I like
fucking chore to me. I'm like, oh, I gotta make a 1 minute video. I like to fucking.
I don't do
just
1 minute. Mine are all 16 seconds, and I'll have. They're silent. It's just either me unsheathing and sheathing a knife, or flicking a knife once or twice.
It's cheat mode for subs.
You know that's what I thought you were gonna say as far as one of your pet peeves, bro. Because you made me laugh the other day. I think it was you, Lefty. I'm pretty sure when you talked about people doing that. What Ray started, you know, when the whole fucking. Where he's doing multiple, you know what I'm talking about? That shit.
That shit is so annoying. It's not even funny, dude. Like
they're going through the scenes
about the shorts when the people unbox a knife and they're like, they do the short and they're like, and then they do this shit like,
oh yeah, bro.
And they like flick shit. I did a short making fun of it once. It's so annoying. And that fucking accessorize me guy, he started that shit, and I want to fucking just slaughter him for it. And then Ray picked it up, and then now fucking half these dudes in the knife community do it now because of him. God damn it.
Oh, okay. So Ray wasn't the fucking creator of that shit?
No, he didn't start it. He got it from that accessorize me guy. But I will say that Ray is the one who brought it to the knife world, and now it won't fucking leave.
Roll Shambo, I do like them. I think they're crisp and they are very catchy. I can see how they'd be effective. But they do drive me crazy.
What person is consistently watching that and being like, oh, cool.
It's TikTok.
Like, I watch one of them and hear the flick and go, fuck. Like I want to die immediately.
What's that ASMR? What the fuck does that mean?
I mean, I don't know what the word means or the abbreviation is, but it's like sound only.
Okay.
It's just like sound only content.
Gotcha.
Like somebody who has a nice voice, just like, or I don't know how to explain that, but like that's what ASMR is. It's just sound. Same here,
It's got a voice like Cole's.
I don't mind. That's not what he sounds like at all. Audio, sensory, mental retardation. You had me there for a second. You had me, and then I was like, wait, no. Those girls who lick their mics. Yeah, like that kind of shit. Yeah.
They got some girls licking mics? You shitting me?
Fucking dumb, dude.
What?
There's people who have whole channels based on ASMR, dude.
Let me catch a bitch licking her mic.
Oh, God.
I got to check and see what the comments
are. I enjoy you being annoyed. That's great, dude. AMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, a term used to describe a tingling, static-like, or goosebump sensation in response to specific triggering audio or visual stimuli. Fuck all that, but thank you.
I heard chicks licking mics, and that woke me up, I guess, huh?
I hate when someone watches a 30-second video and thinks they know your entire life. Dude, the comment section on shorts are the best. They're just
they
so
are
crazy.
the best. I get so many threatening, like, I can't believe you got that out. If you had that in our country, blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, yeah, you'd be bleeding out.
Yeah, I think you're going to like it, Winston. Blade shows are awesome, and I've heard Texas is phenomenal. So I'm really excited for it, too.
Is it in Austin or in Fort Worth?
Come by the table, man. 11W, I'm pretty sure.
Is it
no,
Fort
it's in
Worth
Dallas.
or Austin? Dallas?
Which reminds me, we wanted to look at Blade Binge for a second.
Yeah, go over there. They're
I love when Gay Blade makes fun of Blade Binge.
Check out this new luck.
New luck?
Yeah, I've got it pulled up. You can go to it. You'll see it if you just scroll down through there.
Oh,
it's
luck. Sorry, I thought you said.
It's an updated squall. Yeah, it's an updated squall.
Yeah,
in Damascus.
Is that where he's posting? Are you still here, Mike? Is that where you're posting your knives? Fort Worth is Dallas. I mean, it's the same. Fort Worth, Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas, Fort Worth.
So wait, hang on. Let me bring it back up though.
Yeah, I'll share it with you. You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the third or fourth one down.
So I heard Gay Blade talking about Blade Binge, and he was like, he didn't like the name because he's like, it reminds me. He used to be an
recovering addict. He's a recovering addict.
It makes me like think about how I'm spending all my money on knives, and like, so the name.
That was a valid point. That was a point
I get it. But then he orders shit on there all the time.
I don't.
He gets the weird mods too, doesn't he?
I think it's a cool name. I don't know. What is Mook Thai? What the fuck is Mook Thai?
I think it's a misspelling.
I know it is. I'm being a dick. I actually got one of these. I got the small in Lefty.
How do you like that?
I like it.
That's the new one?
Yeah, it's the small.
The small, okay.
And he did a run of Lefties. It's weird because it's not like my normal style. I call it the modern hinderer.
Congratulations, Mike. But I'm about 8 years clean.
Yeah, I don't know. I normally wouldn't like a knife like this, studs and flipper. But he's got a flattened detent ball, so it really has an interesting, just like nice, smooth action all around. And
she's been in Aspen skiing.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it back up. I'm just trying to show off my Mook Thai parka. Then he spelled it Mock Thai here. Hopefully this guy's not in the chat. I'm just making fun of him, but whatever. See, look at this. Contoured XM18. Known as a Riot mate. So, okay, I'm not the first one to have that opinion. That it's like a modern hinderer. Yeah. Okay.
And who? So Riot is the OEM for them? For Vargas?
Yeah. Damn designs. It's not bad. Jutland 150. We got any deals on here? Oh, this is a good knife. That's an oldie but a goodie right there. The 3.0 Miscreant. There's that Vision everybody fucking loves. That's probably God tier for G-Ball.
Hey, the Vision's a good knife, but I wouldn't call it God tier.
Oh, here's the Telson. This one's in the pass around right now. 250. It's not bad.
That's in the pass around?
Yeah, dude. You didn't sign up for the alien knives?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I did two. Yeah, you were on both of those.
Yeah.
So you'll get that one. Pretty sure.
I like what's up. I'm telling you, I think Reich is going to be doing big things this year, man.
Dude, I would. I think Reich does a great job. I think they just need to work a little bit on the blade finishes so that they work better. It's like they're more worried about aesthetic than function, because like sometimes it's hard to flick a fucking smooth ass blade, you know?
Right, that's true.
And then their detents need a little bit of work, but I feel like that's most.
You should offer a DTM seminar.
But yeah, they're doing really cool stuff. But they just do these wild ass designs, you know. Riot Tiger's pretty cool. That's a big ass motherfucker though. I did a video on that. Josh Worth, let me check his out. That's an old one. Gemini, $35. You know, sometimes I don't understand, like, why is it even worth posting?
Right. No, you should give that knife away to somebody.
I just give it away, yeah. Like, this makes sense, you know, $200 for the EMP Nimble Thick. Those are like 0.58 thick. They're crazy thick. It's a good knife, though.
Rochambeau, we used to have some of those. The got detent shirts.
Yeah. It might be on our website, actually. I'm not sure. I did a run of those and did like pre-orders, I think, back in the day. Here's your favorite, Jason. D-Rocket Jupiter.
Hey, man, that's I don't know why, but I love that. I hate. Let me stop. Let me just stop.
I remember seeing your original like videos on that. The first one you got, you really liked it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I still do.
And then didn't you have like an issue with it? And then he sent you another one or something?
Yep. And then that one had the same fucking issue again.
Yeah. That's the worst, isn't it? That's when you realize a maker or company just isn't listening to you.
No.
They just to appease you, they just swap it or whatever.
Yep.
But they don't actually look at the problem or listen to what the fuck you said. And then that happened to me with the Bad Habits, the Mofo. I got one on a trade from somebody and it had crazy detent lash. And I got it and I was like, dude. So he reached out to them and was like, hey, this has crazy lash. I guess I don't know if he just acted like he still had it himself or I don't know. And so sent it back. He got a new one from them. Had the same problem. Crazy detent lash. And it's like, well, what? You don't even check them before you replace them? Like that makes, if somebody has a problem with a Divo, like first off, we QC check them all, right? But we're going to miss shit. There's no way we're going to catch everything in QC. It's like hundreds of knives, right? And usually if it's me doing the QC, I have local knife guys who help me. They know what knives, good knives are, but we're all going to miss some shit. But if somebody reaches out and says, hey, Kev, my knife has lock stick or lash or whatever, if I replace that, the first fucking thing I do is grab the new knife and do like a fucking detailed inspection. And one, make sure it doesn't have that problem or any other problem before I send it out, right? Like, why would you replace the problem with the same problem? It just makes no sense. They're just grabbing one off the shelf, assuming it's good and sending it.
Have you guys ever had any of your knives, as far as the prototypes, done by artisan?
No.
You guys were never interested in having anything done by them?
No. I don't mind artisan. They're like premium stuff. Never really felt premium enough for me for like what I'm looking for. Some of their new stuff definitely is really well made. Right. But back when we kind of started or whatever, it was like you always got these super thin lock bars and shit. And I don't know, they just never really made sense to me. But like if you try the new Dylan Mallory's new one was really good from them.
The Forest.
But this was like 3 years ago,
The upgraded Forest or the
the V2.
Yeah.
I think it's just expensive.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it is.
I didn't quite understand what he was doing. I feel like dealers had him at like $350, and then he was selling them for like $4.
Yeah, yep.
I think what he said was he had to make sure the dealers didn't have a price that was higher than him, or I didn't quite understand it. You just want to match that price,
right?
Yeah, you don't want to put yourself at a disadvantage.
And if anything, you would be able to charge less because your margin. It makes no sense for you to sell direct for more. But there was some kind of reason with it, remember? I can't remember. He's a great dude, by the way. I'm just...
Nice.
I just sold my Mofo on Blade Binge. I think Tuya made those. I'm pretty sure Tuya made those. was either Tuya or fucking Tucson. It was one or the other.
What else is on Blade Binge?
What?
I'm looking at what else is on Blade Binge.
Oh, yeah. Pull up something if you want. I'm going to show you guys what came in while he's doing that. I think I showed you guys this on Thursday, the Kunwu Chad.
Let me see. Is that the little Chad? Oh.
I don't know. I don't think there is a little one. But this
No, they're making a little
PM,
sheep's foot.
Does anybody know anything about PM60 steel? Because that's what this is, and I don't know what the fuck that is.
Where's Roland? I know it's like 66 HRC or something crazy. I know that.
Yeah, good. I know it was a pain. It was a pain in the ass. They're not doing it again. But this one will go in the pass around. So if you haven't checked it out yet, and I got this thing in, it's fucking incredible. This little
are you gonna pass that around, bro?
That's no, it's not mine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a buddy's. Matt sent it to me, so I would, but
I contemplated buying that, bro.
I might, dude. I think I might buy one now. After Blade, if I have any money left, I'm gonna pre-order one. It's fucking amazing. Now, you can flick it too. You would probably have no problem with it, but because I'm left-handed, let me try it lefty. I was doing it last night.
6870 HRC.
But there's literally no rock, no side to side, swings down like that, and then the detent or the spring is perfect. This is, I mean, next to, I think it's even better than the Malibus. Like, it's fucking amazing.
Well, I think the best fucking plunge locks are coming from Wii, if I'm being honest with you.
They're doing a really good job. Yeah, for sure. The knives feel solid and yet have good button lock action. I just feel like a lot of them, like here's Kaiser's. This is their new Invictus. By the way, this thing's amazing, guys. It's $550 though. It's a Anso shop custom. It's like small batch, like a Rosie or whatever, made in-house by his team of artisans.
Yeah.
I think it's called the Orso. What's this thing called? Eros.
Eros, there you go.
And it's in RWL 34, which is kind of shitty for $550, but whatever. It's a sick knife though, dude.
T-Ball, I don't know when it's over, but they're shipping in March and it's still open.
But here's the Invictus from Kaiser.
Like damn designers.
It is. It's his design. But while this is very good, they did a better job with the spring. They got a stronger one in there, which means it has a little bit of stick, right? There's just like an inherent jankness with button locks, I feel like. And Wii has done a really good job avoiding that. It doesn't have that sort of janky feel. This definitely has a little bit of that.
This is the best button lock in the game besides my Malibu.
The Babylon?
Yep. Version 1.
Mine had a lot of detent play. Not real detent play, but that's what it feels like.
I want to check that out, Javon. I was really trying to get that knife during when they dropped the version 1 on that knife.
It's a baddie, man. It's probably my favorite Max Ace.
And I got this one from Kaiser. This is their new Beyond.
That's S45, I think, on that one.
No, that was this one's S35. The drop bear I showed you was S45.
Okay, that's right.
But this thing has some crazy sounds. It's just weird.
Is the name Beyond? Has that got anything to do with Beyond EDC or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's a Vietnamese guy who designed this. I actually like it quite a bit. It's not great left-handed, but righty, it's good. It's got a great hole, great detent, cool blade shape. Kind of like that Illusion a little bit. I got that in, and then Tuya sent me their Shocker.
That's a good, gorgeous knife.
This is the guy who designed this is the guy behind Bad Habits, which is why I said I think Tuya made those.
Okay.
And Tuya will occasionally have some detent lash, and they'll have pivot lash. Which pivot lash is like the one thing there's a little bit on here that like is more forgiving than anything because it's not really it's not like an issue, functionally. It's just annoying to me, if that makes sense. So if I was going to have any kind of lash, it would be pivot lash. And usually Skiffs gets rid of it. But yeah, this thing is amazing. It looks beautiful. To me, this is kind of like everybody who wants a, what's that one from Brian Brown everybody wants that he won't make into a production knife? The micro warthog or whatever. This looks kind of like that. So it's kind of like getting that finally. But look at their DLC. They do it on hand satin and they do it on belt satin, and you can see the lines. Like you can see grind lines.
That's sick.
I like that. That's the only way I like DLC, like that or tumbled.
Yeah, blackwash or DLC belt satin is sick. But yeah, this thing's really nice. That's the shocker from Tuya. I think that's it. Then I have the Justice from Kaiser. Those will all go in the pass around.
That's a big knife, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good though. It's got really good stud action, and yet a perfect flipper detent. It just has the perfect setup. Sometimes with a stud flipper, you have to dial down the detent. But if you get the placement right on the studs, you can go stronger, and they nailed it on this one. Sounds cool, too.
Yeah. Have you seen this Magic Whiskers, too?
I've seen it.
How it doesn't, you don't do the scale up here. You push it with the butt of your hand.
Yeah, dude, if you see my video on that, it's literally me just being retarded for like 10 minutes. I could not figure out how to do it left-handed. It's so hard.
Well, yeah, I could see how left-handed it would be tricky.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have a reversible clip, does it?
No.
I don't think so.
No, none of theirs do. I also got this one in the Trevor Berger custom slip joint.
How you like that?
I fucking love it. So I got it, and I filmed my video. I think I told this story already, where I was like, I can't remember the last time I got a knife in and couldn't nitpick anything, right? So I made the video, and then I told Trevor that, and then that night I'm messing with it, and I start hearing it whack the spring. And I go, fuck. You know, I had to say it was perfect. And it started wrapping. So blade wrap is where when you close the knife, it over travels and hits the spring and dulls the blade, basically.
But why is that happening with a spring?
So there's two ways to make a slip joint. Most modern people will just put a fucking stop pin in there, and then it can't.
Right.
But the traditional way, like Jack Wolf does it traditionally, is to have what's called a kick, this thing. It sticks out just enough so that it bottoms out on the spring and the blade doesn't.
G-ball, I like the detent and the liner lock better.
If it's not right, that kick can kind of let the spring over travel because the spring can move, right? So it'll push through too far and then the blade will be able to hit. And that's called blade wrap.
Blade wrap.
And so this had blade wrap, and I sent it to my guy, Corey Dunlap. If anybody needs professional sharpening and just wants to mail their shit in and not have to deal with Kyle fucking Coonley. I'm just kidding. Check out Kyle will sharpen your knives too. But I sent it into Corey because he's done my Jack Wolfs that had this issue because it happens occasionally with this type of slip joint. And then he'll just sharpen it and test it again. And then sharpen it, test it again. Like my one Jack Wolf, he had to sharpen 3 times, I think, before it stopped. That was the little bro first run that had that issue that he pulled those off the shelves. But anyway, he had to sharpen this one twice. So far, I've opened and closed it like, I don't know, a couple hundred times. And it's not doing it again, so I think
you're taking the distance away from where it would be likely to do it again, right? Each time you sharpen it, it's going to be less likely.
It could just keep over traveling. I don't know. I think it has something to do with how strong your spring is too. Because if your spring is just strong as fuck, it's just gonna like, you know.
So that's the only way to fix that issue is to fucking sharpen it out of it. Like
you could, I guess you could take the whole knife apart and kind of drill it, like put a channel in, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the way you would do it. That's why most people just do fucking stop pins now.
Stop pins, right.
You don't have to worry about it at all.
So
But when you do a stop pin, you take away that just like beautiful slip joint acoustic. It's like when you hear this close, just has a real nice clack to it.
Have you tried the hedgehog? That's my
So if I close this, you hear that?
Yeah.
It just thuds.
You don't like that?
I mean, not after this. It's just a nicer sound.
Right.
Jack Wolfs are the same way. And that's why you're gonna have nerdy slip joint guys not do it.
Gotcha.
I think personally, when we make our knives, like the barley and the nip slip, they have stop pins. Because to me, it's not worth figuring out all that engineering, and then you're going to have some that are bad no matter what. You're going to have some that have the wrap. You don't have that issue here. If I carry this for a day or whatever, it's not going to bother me. But I understand why the slip joint like nerds absolutely do not want a stop pin. And the makers, you know, that's
and the purists don't want you to slam their slip joints.
What?
And the purists don't want you to slam their slip joints.
Well, you shouldn't be slamming it anyway. I mean, when you close it, I just let it ride until that spring takes over.
Right.
So for me, if the spring is like, whenever I have a knife that wraps, it's because the spring is strong enough to make that happen. It's not me driving it down. But yes, that is true. If you're going to sell knives to non-slip joint guys, you're going to have dudes doing this, like fucking shoving the blade in. You don't have to worry about any issues with a stop pin. So this thing's phenomenal, by the way.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah. $140, man.
They can make a fucking slip joint, I tell you.
Oh, that reminds me, dude. You have an affiliate link with DNK knives?
I do.
And what is that? If anybody's listening.
Knife dope.
So I've sent some people there with that code when I was nerding out on these flashlights because he was the only one who had them. Let me pull it up.
DNK knives. I've never heard of
you had a code, so I just gave people your code. But he has CWFs. I think he had right here, flashlights and gear. So if anybody's looking for custom flashlights, he has Laulima, which is now Dawson Metal Crap. I think he has Raylight. He has, I think, Focus Works, the one we were talking about earlier, the F2, the like get into custom lights one. And then he has CWF. So it looks like, let's see, these are all tools and shit. Everything's out of stock. Phoenix flashlights. But maybe, Jason, that might be a guy you could hit up if you have a relationship with him.
Yeah.
See if you can get one of these Focus Works. This is the light we were telling you to get.
That's the one, right?
But it doesn't have, it's right. You were talking about magnets.
Magnet, yeah.
If you wanted to try a custom light, maybe he could help you out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if anybody's out there, if you use code Knife Dope, you get 10% off of these fucking things. So that's a pretty big discount, I would say.
Do you guys just like send Instagram messages or emails to these different companies, these retailers and stuff?
For me, it's just like it's usually just a natural conversation. Like I'm buying shit there, or I have knives there. Like if it's Divo, like I really got more hooked up with traditional pocket knives because I started working with them.
Right.
But that happened more, I think, through Jack Wolf because he sells Jack Wolf. He has slip joints, and then I forget why, but I reached out to him about the Ohio River Jack, And then that's how I started that relationship with Austin, who's fucking awesome, by the way.
He is. And I told you I use that code when I have no recollection of buying that first slip joint. I got my bill and I'd use Lefty 10 or Lefty TPK or some shit. And I felt like it was some kind of dark spell you put on me. Because I was so opposed to slip joints at the time.
It's like a subconscious reaction for people to just try lefty codes everywhere. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's usually because I have a relationship with them already or whatever. Like, you know, yes, there's companies that hit me up and want to work with me and shit, but that's more like the Chinese, like, production brands of whatever trying to get you to review stuff. It's not like dealers or shit like that. That's usually an organic process.
Right.
You know? If you buy, you know, like I buy, not as much now, but I bought a lot of fucking knives over the years, and you buy them from different dealers and places, and you know, you end up making relationships.
Who's a company that you think that we may not be talking about now, but by the end of the year we'll be talking more about in the knife world?
Oh, Jesus, dude.
Divo.
Who?
Divo. I really think that they're going to continue to bring
I would never answer with that. We
you
definitely talk about Divo enough.
I'm just looking
dude,
at it objectively.
I think like brands or
like
I'm excited to see what
dealers or whatever.
More like brands, like maybe there's a brand who's maybe stepping it up or, you know, doing things different or what have you. And
I think Esnix is one that a lot of people don't know about that he's doing. I'm waiting for him to drop a production version of his Stingray design.
I almost bought the Workhorse.
Yeah, this is the Workhorse. Mm-hmm. Dude, the flipper on this thing is one of the best that I've ever handled.
Who's making those?
Riot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a setup where you can front flip. It's kind of like the Lush. You got a front flip setup that works really, really well. And then you have that top flipper that you can reach around or pop it up like that. And then, I mean, if you're lefty, you can get in there and reverse flick it too.
Yeah.
I just wish he'd done some titanium or something. He only did black micarta on these. But if he ever does the Stingray, dude, I'm gonna be all the fuck over that.
Is that like a custom to Stingray or some shit?
Yeah, it's a sheep's foot. So if he does a Stingray like production locking front flipper thing with that flipper tab, game over, dude. I mean, I think most people already know Berg blades, but he's doing a lot of cool shit. So I would definitely say he's somebody to check out. He's been around the game for a while, though.
Hey, did you give your answer? What was your favorite locking mechanism?
Mine would be just a fucking good liner lock or frame lock, honestly. Probably a frame lock, to be honest, even though liner locks make more sense.
I'm a frame lock guy just because I like the natural detent of it.
Exactly. I like to have a fucking detent. And then I like dropping shit on my nail. I don't know why I'm retarded like that, but I want to drop knives on my nail. I like this whole process way more than I like this process. Like, I think some people just get so much satisfaction out of that swinging down thing that it's like drew up shut that they just fall head over heels for these fucking locks. But it's not as, to me, I don't get as much out of it as like doing the flip motion, then flipping over to the lock bar, pushing that sucker out of the way, letting it hit your nail, and then just a little shake. Like, for me, I have a lot of fun doing that. That would be my choice. And the one at the absolute bottom would be the scorpion lock. And then the button lock.
It's a pretty sick little knife.
But there's obviously exceptions, you know, like that, like this thing. Right. It's fucking amazing. But you know what would be way cooler is if there weren't 700 other button locks right now, and this had come out, you know, without all that shit, because it kind of spoils it, you know.
I get it.
Yeah, button locks are something I'm not. You know, access locks.
so
Too.
good,
One
dude.
thing that I'm kind of interested in, and I'll show it to you guys. Have you seen the new TRM river lock that they're coming out with for Texas?
TRM what?
Yeah,
it's coming out with the new river lock for Texas.
Bulldog, I think, right? The Bulldog.
It's this one right here.
What's the river lock?
River lock is their version of an access lock.
From the shadow. They're never. The problem with them is they're always going to use soft springs, because they're not in my world. Like they're not in our world. They want that, you know, they're like CRK. They're in that world. People fucking slow roll the shit. They don't care about detent. They just care about how sturdy the knife is and how slicey it is, which is awesome for those people.
Right.
My world is how strong is that detent? How does it drop shut? Like, yeah, it needs to cut and be slicey, but like that's not my only care in the world.
Do you see this guy? They've got a fixed blade coming out too.
Yeah, it looks cool. I love TRM. They're awesome people. I'm just saying, for me, I'm never gonna get excited about their new release or whatever.
What about fixed blades? Y'all coming up with a fixed blade?
We started working on a sway back fixed blade. We wanted to do one. I don't know where we're at with that. We're working on a bit driver.
Ooh.
But I don't know. I'm not really a fixed blade guy, so we haven't really pushed it. You know, lately we've both been into like smaller knives. So we got some
stuff. This is the guy who threw me down the fixed blade rabbit hole that I haven't been able to climb out of yet.
Well, you know, I tend to do that. We have a flipper that we're working on. I wanted to do just like a gentleman style kind of flipper. Colin came up with something really sick. So we got prototypes in the works on that. But yeah.
Chicago 23, fuckers is only for original goat. White Mountain is knife goat.
I used code fuckers on White Mountain and it worked. Oh, he said it didn't work.
Yeah.
This is probably my favorite everyday carry fixed blade now. I carry that in my back pocket of my 511s, the Vero Axon.
Yeah.
Nice. I think he did a good job with the clips and all that shit on those.
Have you seen the leather sheath that are coming back in stock that he's got on his website that are sold out?
Nah.
He's got a little leather pocket dropper.
That reminds me, though, guys, I have a link for Vero. If anybody wants to buy Vero shit, use my link.
No shit. Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha. Not a discount, just a link. I hear you.
Yeah, no. I wish.
Yeah, Jim Miller, that fixie snuck up on me, KC's little fixie. I've seen pictures of it. It looks a little long for my jam, but I can't really tell.
Sometimes you just got to pimp a link, Jason.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, babe.
I mean, if they're going to buy shit anyway, it's like, why not?
Yeah. Why not?
They offered a link. I was like, sure. They do have lefties, which is cool.
And they make nice knives. I mean, I think Joseph and Christine are nice people, too.
I just got titanium scales for this one, for the Synapse.
Hey, did y'all see this yet?
Done really well, the Dust Devil.
What'd you say, Javon?
We're going to jump into John's Drama Corner. Have y'all seen this yet lately?
Oh, God.
What you got?
I don't want to. Oh, God. What is this?
It's Steve calling out this knife maker who doesn't really make knives. And then the guy saying that his character was attacked. And then Steve posts all these better business bureaus where people are still waiting for their knives.
Who's Steve?
Survive Knives. That's the one that.
Yeah, Super Still Steve. Here, I'll let you hear.
No, it was Scab just reviewed them or something.
Right.
That was a shitty one, but whatever.
I don't want to listen to this.
You may.
It's good stuff, man. I mean,
I just don't. I could give two fucking shits.
So good is because.
But, yeah, Scab mentioned it to me that people were hating on Survive, and he had some reviews coming up. And I was like, dude, if you like the knives, like you do your review. If you like the knives, you like the knives. Like there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to know all the drama or address it. You know, people will let you know in the comments, I'm sure, and you just say that's a shame. Like,
yeah, to be objective, you should just be looking at the knife, right? You shouldn't let all that other shit come in.
what's that one, dude? What is that?
That's that motherfucking Mini Justice. Tasha
Oh, okay. Is that CKF?
I love it.
Did you order Evo?
No, but I got one coming for pass around.
I got my invoice yesterday for the new batch.
Did you get the Tonto?
No, I got the Lefty.
Okay.
They only did a plain Jane Lefty 4.0. That was the only option, Lefty. I had to go Lefty.
Yeah.
And they didn't even do dude, they fucked up so bad. How did they not do a carbon fiber version again? Like, that's such an obvious, like, banger. The 2.0 carbon fiber is the best Evo ever made. I had one forever and finally sold it because I don't know. But the 4.0 being smaller is like, But I feel like I'm going to have to get somebody to make a scale, like custom.
ProX 1340.
Yeah, somebody, I don't know.
Who would you use for that? Who would your instinct tell you to go with?
The one who did my Evo 2.0 was Nathan's Knives. But he's got like a super long wait list. He does everything by hand. But I've heard ProX does good work. J Dizzle, I've heard, does good work.
Yeah, Carco sold me one that ProX did Arctic carbon fiber on, and it's sick.
Made in China, they all right. What, CKF?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're made in China. I don't know why that's like a surprise to people.
Todd Carr, that's the gist of what I got, especially when he started showing receipts.
One of my favorite knives right now is a CKF.
I was going to ask you about that, man. You loving that or what?
Dude, fucking amazing. Oh, and big shout out to NC Blade. They sent me a replacement clip free of charge.
Hell yeah.
Replacement fucking Zircuitite clip that technically I sort of broke, but I think the clip was shoddy. But yeah, they just sent it out, which was very kind of them. So big shout out to NC Blade. Now, big sort of critique to CKF. What the fuck were you thinking with this combination? Like, why didn't you make a crystallized clip? Why doesn't the clip match?
Yep.
Or do something else. It just seems like they just threw on the same clip they had on the other version and didn't give a fuck. So I think I honestly like this setup better with the all bronze stonewash that they have, which is nice. They give you both options with the knife. I mean, they should. It's $700 or whatever, but
Winston, that's a good problem to have. Do this if you're not in a rush for something. Walk the show like once before buying anything. Because if you find something that you like, you're inevitably going to find something you like better that you weren't even thinking about.
No, the key is to just have enough money to buy multiple things.
He's working with the 2K budget. He's trying to decide.
Don't be an idiot. That's my biggest thing is when I went to Blade 22, I think it was, I bought 13 knives and I sold 12 of them the day I got home in a video. Thank you to you guys, by the way, for buying all my shit on videos. But like, I bought 13 knives and sold 12 of them. Like, I got like the Wii Vision. I got like the Wii Malice button lock. I got the Artisan fucking Tyros or whatever, Mallory's design. Cool knife, whatever. But shit I would never keep. You know, like half of them I didn't even keep long enough to make videos on because I was just trying to get my money back. Like, you know, if you're going to go to Blade Show, buy a fucking Rosie. Like, buy an Arius.
Rosie doesn't go to Blade Show anymore.
Into one banger. Don't buy a bunch of Wii's. Unless that's what you love and you have a full collection of Civivis and shit, then fair enough. But don't fucking let yourself buy all the random shit on the tables. Just walk by, and then as soon as you get to the next table and you're not even thinking about that one anymore, you know. I didn't need that shit. Like, I bought a fucking what was that knife? It was the Scout, no, the Chief from the fuck is that brand that like is so weird and random? They have that knife called the Venom. They have an Antidote. Somebody in the comments, help me out here. The Antidote, the Venom, the Chief.
Oh, fucking God. Damn it! I have one of their knives.
I can't remember the goddamn name of that brand, but they like pop up randomly.
HEA? Is that HEA?
Yes, HEA Designs. I don't understand their. I think it's just a side thing.
It was horrible what they had at last year's Blade Show. They had two knives, and they were both horrible.
Yeah, this was 2 years ago, and I bought one of those Chiefs on the way out. Regretted the fuck out of it because it was like a little off center. The detail was a little, but I just for some reason got it in my head. I wanted one, and that's the kind of shit you need to just not do, and then just buy the big knife, buy the banger. The one knife I kept for a pretty long time was the fuck is his name? The Maverick S.
Christensen.
Christensen. I got the Chromatic Edge with the camo carbon and the Zircuti everything. Fuck, it was like $450, and that was the one knife I kept. And I kept that knife for like 6 months. That thing was amazing.
What's your current longest tenured knife right now?
I sold the Evo a few months ago or 6 months ago, so that's gone. Probably my Urban Trevor Berger. I've had this for probably 2 years at least. Number one, by the way.
Here's all the dates. I'll drop a link in. You can go watch it.
Has he burnt out anyone we know? Who?
The Survive Knives guy.
You know the Trevor Berger's how I found
out. He like, I want to fuck. He wants to crush somebody today.
What's he talking about?
I have a monthly knife budget. Once a year, I spend big on one purchase. Love USA made knives. Spyderco is my brand, but some buddies have Crooked River Benchmades, and you know.
Pass.
What?
I would pass on the Crooked River.
Dude, do not get a... Well, no, I mean, if you want one, whatever. I'm not going to stop anybody from getting what they want.
Mini Adamas.
Dude, there's some really good USA made knives that, you should get instead of all that shit. Like, just save up. Get an Arius or a Rosie. I know I keep saying those names, but they're fucking amazing for USA made knives. I would skip Hinderer. Chris Reeve is fine with it. The action is just not for me.
Knees.
Skip Tactile, unless they've made that knife for 3 years, don't buy it.
And Kevin would skip SPK because he doesn't get along with people well.
I'm cool with Alex. He has like a V2 now with bearings or something.
V3 with bearings. Skiffs. It shifts with skiffs, and it'll also run on.
I still don't love the design, I think, overall. Just
the way it looks when it's shut.
But having it on bearings sounds fucking awesome. I mean, I would be way more interested. So definitely get that over a Spyderco or Chris Reeve or Hinderer or Medford or whatever. I don't know. I feel like there's levels to the U.S. thing, and it's like it starts with the dog shit buck and whatever, right? And then you step up a little bit to Kershaw USA, and then you step up to Benchmade, Spyderco, right? Those guys. And then you can just skip the next step. The next step is like CRK, Hinderer, Medford, those guys. What's the other one? The one that everybody loves? The guy who the Stolen Valor guy. Fucking
Stinger.
Skip that whole fucking level and just jump up to Oz, jump up to Koenig. I would put, it's not USA, but Grimsmo. Just jump up to that level.
Well, you
skip
can't skip
that like McNeese. High mid level.
You can't skip McNeese.
Fuck, skip McNeese.
You don't like McNeese, do you?
I like the dude. I just don't like. I'm not a thumb stud guy, and honestly, all those knives I just named, they're all in the like tough work knife category. That's not me. So I would skip it and go up to the more premium, like nicer fit and finish section. Like, yeah, you can hard use a Rosie, but like it's not made for it like a Hinderer is or a Medford. So Skip Curtis. Yeah, same category. You know, I'm being a dick, but whatever.
RH Blade nailed it.
Y'all buy what you want and like. Screw it. I don't know why you have this accent. Screw anyone's opinion. That's just me. Yeah, no, of course. You should buy whatever you want. I'm literally just telling you my opinion.
What up, B Shady?
And what to do at the same time. But, you know, I won't touch my knife without gloves section. Dude, there is no without gloves section. Fuck that.
Fuck that shit.
American Blade Works is an excellent fucking example right there. You're in the same price point as some of your Spydercos and Benchmades, but you're getting a in-house, small batch, CNC-made fucking knife from a really, really good dude. And yes, they do have the occasional QC issues, but they'll fix any problem you ever have with great customer service. And his price point is better than basically anyone's. And
60% of them lock up.
Or is there an issue with that?
Well, that was something that came out at 2023. They had to get them reworked.
And I'm sure he fixed it immediately.
Yeah, surely he did.
So that's my point. If you have an issue, you hit them up, they'll fix it. You don't have to worry about that kind of thing.
Blade, if you have an issue and you don't hit somebody up, it's on you.
Yeah.
I just
Hinder is drop shut, but it also shreds your fingers when you try to open it and carry it. And it was $550 with a G10 scale. I'm just kidding. Hinder, whatever. If you like Hinder, fuck, awesome. I want you guys to like whatever the fuck you like. I'm just telling you what I think. By the way, so that whole Joe X thing turned out it was his neighbors, apparently.
His neighbors in the municipality that their city is governed by.
Used.
And that's all his land. That's what was so fucked up about it.
He's got like 5 videos up since then after all his videos went down. And he's just getting all this love. And
Joe's going to end up, they're going to find him.
Neighbors. It was nobody. It was what pisses me off is everybody else. It wasn't even him. It was everybody else hating on the community, knife community. Fuck you guys, all this shit.
Fanboys.
And it was like, what? It had nothing to do with it.
It's called virtue signaling, dude.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
I don't buy into it.
Hey, G-Ball, I'm with you on that one, buddy.
I mean, it sucks, but it's like had nothing to do with the, you know. I don't get why he'd have to take the videos down though. His neighbors are watching or something.
I like G-Ball.
It became a nationalistic issue where the weapons that he had were post-military and he wasn't in active service, and they wanted all of his shit. You know, when somebody reports you, kind of like on YouTube, you don't really have the right to defend your position, right? It's just kind of like this. You know, we've got to take your shit.
Yeah.
Joe X scammed everyone at work.
But that's why the video I made was like, what is happening? I just wanted to know what was happening. Like, everybody was talking shit on the community and all this stuff. And I'm just like,
I made no videos.
Just curious what was happening. Like, I tried to find information, which I couldn't. Right. And then like 2 days later, he made a video and it was all about. And it was interesting because it was all about his neighbors, but then he just went into all these people who were shouting him out.
He's a well-known excessive alcoholic. He even mentions that in his videos, right? So not only is he out there blowing shit up, but he's walking around with a half-empty bottle of whiskey when he's doing it. So a lot of his tin hat thoughts, there could be more to the situation than just what he does on his property, especially if he's a several generation of people who are, you know, carrying themselves different around the little town. And the way he made it sound, a lot of people are moving from the city out to the country, which means that they're more affluent.
I guess for me, it was like, as soon as I figured out it had nothing to do with the community, I was like, all right, I'm done with this. Because I didn't know anything about it before. I wasn't all that interested in it before, but I thought there was something there about the community and something was going on, and then it just had nothing to do with that. So it's like, okay.
No, and what I didn't understand,
I'm just, I've
maybe
moved
I'm
on, but now
speaking
the
out of
fucking
turn.
videos keep popping up on my goddamn feed.
But why did people bring Brandon Thrasher into that conversation? What do I not know about Thrasher's channel that he ran into?
The thing was that they were saying there's people in the community, which this has nothing to do with the fucking community. These are fucking Karens on the internet that are not in the knife community that are just finding these videos, right? Probably through your fucking shorts that you're posting left and right. And they don't like that I don't know, that a kid is in the video chopping with a knife, or this guy's out in the woods shooting knives or whatever. It looks dangerous. So they start like reporting you, right? Or what I honestly think it is people just going too far in the comments. Like, you can't get upset with people in the comments. I'll throw a joke back at people and be sarcastic and then move on. Or I'll just be like, haha, yeah, I'm a fucking loser. Like, you can't let comments bother you. When you get in arguments with people in comments, they get all bitter and fucking shit, and then they start reporting your videos and stuff. That's what I think happens to these guys. But anyway, that's why Thrasher got brought into it, because apparently, and I didn't even know this from Thrasher.
I didn't either.
He never said it to me until this happened. I mean, he hasn't said it, but
Gab
was saying it. Apparently, his channel got reported a bunch of times, and then YouTube basically just stops showing your stuff to people. And I guess what people were saying was that was the same thing that happened to this guy, but it wasn't. It was his neighbors or whatever, so he took his videos down.
Is Thrasher Backpack B? Is that the same guy?
No, Brian
CPM, just do yourself a favor, dude, and just forget it. Just don't even worry about it. I wish I could, honestly.
They're different guys, Jason.
Okay.
I wish I could. Just forget it. I'm a dumbass for looking into it as much as I did. But whatever. How do you know if you're being reported? Dude, I don't know. You'd have to ask somebody who has been. I'm guessing you get some kind of strike or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe you call YouTube and ask why your shit's not getting views, and then they tell you. I don't know.
Well, evidently it's because people like you are sending gifts to their channel in the form of subs, and it's fucking up their algorithm.
Didn't know about it, didn't care, still don't. Yeah, that's where I'm back to now. Whatever. All his firearms were seized and cannot post the videos due to legal issues. But he keeps posting videos.
I'm telling you guys, over where he is, they're going to find his body. I mean, he's evidently got the wrong people mad, and he's still kind of venting.
That's my point. He's probably arguing with people in comment sections. That's how you get people to start reporting you. People are soft, especially these days. We were talking about it earlier in the group chat. People are just so fucking sensitive and soft, like, and they can't.
They're looking for a reason to get outraged.
I don't know. It's fucking annoying is what it is. What's up, Stevie? But anyway, I don't even know anything about that whole side of the knife world, so I honestly just don't care. Exactly. I just mentioned it because I did a video on it trying to figure out what happened. Because, again, I'm a dumbass. And I thought it had something to do with us. And I figured some of you guys might have seen that and been curious how that ended. And it literally was his neighbors.
Did y'all see?
But apparently there's more to it than that. But nobody can tell us anything. That's the shit that bugs me. It's like, You know, there's all
When
this
you've
shit
got
happening.
gatekeepers of the information.
I don't fucking know. All right. Anyway, let's move on. What else do we want to talk about?
I like Drama Corner.
Fuck
What's
you
that
and your
fucking
drama
Jerk Warner
corner.
do?
You want to talk about flashlights, guys? I am stoked on this new one, though. Look at this fucking thing.
What kind of clip is that? Is that something special, or is it just a metal?
His clips are made by people. I don't know if it's a I guess it is. It's called Steel Flame. They're like super popular in the flashlight world. The ones that people are all about, they have like fucking giant skulls on them. If you ever seen those gay ass clips, it'll be like this with a big skull on it, like a brass skull.
Yeah.
And for the life of me, cannot figure out why people fucking like that. I swear the clip weighs more than the light. Strange as shit, dude. But anyway, that company also makes his clips. So this is a Steel Flame Hanko Machine Works stock clip. But they're cool, man. They all match like the patterns on the knife. Like this one's blue and has some different colored ano. This one's more darker because it matches the camo tie. And then this.
And what country are those from? Are those USA made?
What?
Are they USA made?
Yeah. The clip or the flashlight? I mean, they both
the flashlight.
Yes, they're USA made. Jeff Hanko makes them.
Hey, have y'all ever heard of Jamie Simon? I want to show you this real quick. He'll be at Texas Blade Show, Lefty. He lives in Jackson, Tennessee. He's a young guy. I've never heard of him, though. Check out these grinds.
Wait, is it Simeon or Simon?
Simeon, S-I-M-E-O-N.
I've heard of Simeon, but I feel like that guy's been around.
He's going to be at Blade Show, but he lives in Jackson, Tennessee with his wife and kids. But look at some of these knives.
Yeah,
they're all made, not CNC'd.
Dude, that one, it kind of looks like, what's that knife from Sharp by Design? But
yeah.
Yeah, it looks
but I mean,
cool.
He might be one to check out. That's his wife and kids. So he's a young guy.
I was going to say, damn, he's young.
But like, look at this. Bushing Bally in the work. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But he's one of the first guys. He's one of the first.
That his car?
Yeah, it's one of the first guys to license the spider hole. So if you go up here, where was it?
I find that so dumb that they have to license it.
It's just based on the diameter, right? Like that's the whole licensing.
They have the Spidey hole opener, which I am licensed to use.
A circle.
A circle, yeah.
Spidey hole.
But
it's not the size; it's a circle.
Right? But I thought the whole licensing has to do with the size of the hole.
I don't know, I wonder what it costs, if anything, to do it, or if they just want credit.
They probably get a percentage. I would think it's all hard cash.
I mean, Spyderco makes enough money; they should just.
But look at that grind, like right there.
It's like, who invented the thumb stud? Are they getting money from everybody?
No, like, why did Chris Reeves start letting everybody use his lock?
Oh, really? They make clips for Hinderer and Strider and shit? Okay.
Who did?
Steel Flame.
Oh, yeah. Steel Flame makes the really nice stuff. Like on MC's, that little badge he's got on his Hinderer, where one of the bolts goes, it looks like a little shield. That's like a $500 little piece. It's just a little jewel.
Sounds stupid. Yeah, these fucking just like basic stock clips, I think, are like $150. Which is wild.
Shit. Hey, my fucking.
I would check this cat out if you're walking around.
My shit's about to die, bro.
All right, man. Yeah, we gotta wrap it up soon anyway. Man. Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, buddy, get in touch with me when you want to do some.
All right.
I'll do it with you.
Go check out Knife Dope, guys. Jason's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw his link up there again. I've still got him pulled up.
But so the Cruzador or whatever, it's just too big. Their slip joints are all too big. I like if I get a slip joint, I want it to be, you know, like this size or smaller, 3-inch blade max. But they do like 3 1/4, 3.5 inch fucking blades on their slip joint. They're just too big for me. And they use Riot, which is cool, but it does mean they have a stop pin. The action's like, you know, they're good. Like we have the barley in the works from Riot, but I definitely prefer that more traditional feel. Like Jack Wolf is just so goddamn good. It's like hard for me to want to really give anything else much of a try, and I will. But nothing else really
who the
seems to live up.
OEM is, but you're just not sharing, right?
What?
You know who the OEM is, but you're just not sharing, which I understand.
Of what?
Of Jack Wolf.
No, I have no. He won't fucking tell me, dude. I'd be the last person he'd want to tell because I'll go right over there and use them. He knows that.
You'll pay more for it.
That's the reason he doesn't tell people. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want other people to use them. It has nothing to do with not wanting to tell you guys. Like if he didn't have the fear that other companies would go use them, he would tell his customers. That's not the problem.
Look at Lone Star's Tabloid's comment. I wasn't watching that.
But he also likes the idea of people just associating Jack Wolf with Jack Wolf, which I think is smart. Because telling everybody the OEM makes it like, oh, like Pena Chavez. You'll see people in groups, they're just like, oh, it's just another Riot, right?
But he wants to stand on the design and the way that they put it together, so it's a Jack Wolf first and foremost.
It gives him better brand recognition than doing it the way we do it.
But evidently, Neve's live got interrupted
Nick,
today.
What up, dude?
Sasha.
Pocket stuff. Yeah, they make jewelry. I don't know. They make expensive shit. I'm not into their crazy clips and shit. They just happen to come on here. That's what she said. But that's the only reason I have the clips on here is they come with them. We got to do this giveaway, man. I should probably get to bed. I got to get up with the kiddo tomorrow. I slept till 1:30 today. It was awesome. I'm like a fucking bear, dude. I sleep like 5 or 6 hours every day, and then on one day a week I sleep like fucking 10. I love it.
Dude, enjoy it while you can, because I was a chronic sleeper. I loved it. It was my special time. And you get to be over 50 and you just fucking don't sleep. It's like, I guess you realize you're on the backside of the mountain and you'll have plenty of time for that.
I don't know.
But I can't be around in bed.
Stevie, I get why some people care, but I really don't get why it's a problem. They're his knives. He will, if you have an issue, he'll deal with it. Like, why does it matter who it is? I can see that side of it. And again, he doesn't want everybody and their mom running over there getting knives made. Like, the more that we've used Kubi and promoted Kubi, the more fucking people have gone to Kubi and had knives made, which is slowing shit down for us. But, you know, we use other people, so it's not like a huge deal. But he's got a monthly fucking thing going on. If he starts having 10 companies show up trying to get knives made, that's going to slow all his shit down. So it's smart. It's smart business. I know from your side of things, it's not ideal. But if you think about it from a business side, I think it makes perfect sense. And he has the point about it being brand recognition. Like, he wants people to know, he wants people to think it's a Jack Wolf, not it's a Jack Wolf made by Kubi or whatever. You know what I mean? So
a lot of people are saying Tucson.
The reason I like to tell people the OEM is because we have all these different levels of knives. So, like, if I tried to sell you the Stout V2 and you thought it was Kubi because we've used Kubi in the past, you'd be like, fuck, why is it $350 or whatever, $375? You know, so telling you the OEM helps you understand the price point, I think. Right. Like Best Tech, Kubi.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they might look the same on a catalog page or on a website, but they feel night and day in terms of fit and finish and workmanship. Not that the Kubi feels bad by any stretch.
Veterans and retirees revolted against Super Slow Steve for putting them down for buying Chinese knives. Yet at the same time, donating money to reviewers and recommenders of Chinese knives. Who the fuck is?
Stop loving your fixed blade content, dude. You're starting to cost me a
Are you talking about
shitload of money.
Super Steel Steve?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't think he's donating money to anybody. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't think he's donating money to anybody. Or are you saying putting people down for donating money to channel? I don't fucking know. Yes, the Kingpin's good. It has a softer spring that I don't personally like, but he's got really good geometry on it, so it has really good walk and talk anyway. And that's the thing. You can design a really good slip joint. It doesn't have to have a super strong spring. It's just a preference.
Have I shown you this, Kevin?
It's not a problem, but we appreciate your transparency. Yeah. No, I get it. I see it both ways. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I can't convince anybody. I'm just telling you what I think. How do we enter giveaway? He says because 300 is too much for a two-son.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's definitely not two-son. I mean, I would be fucking shocked. The point is, they make fantastic knives. Who the fuck cares? It's worth $300. I mean, you just got to handle one. That's the thing. I feel like most people who say it's not worth the $300 haven't handled one or know nothing about slip joints and what goes into them. But like this, I have no problem thinking about this as a $300 knife. So I don't know. But again, not going to convince everybody on that. Some of y'all just want to hate. I'm just kidding. Since they're as good as they are. Exactly. It's not Riot. See, this is what we end up doing, just guessing. It's not Riot. We know that for a fact.
That's another little banger.
Yeah, you should try to handle one, man. That's one good reason to go to shows because they're at every show.
I think I really disappointed Ben in 2023 because I was all geared up for a slip joint finally, and I wanted to go check him out at his booth. And I walked up, and he was like, "Man, you got to see what we have." And it was that gunslinger. I was like, "I've looked at thousands of flipping knives. Let me look at the slip joints." And he was just like,
"That's fair, dude. If you don't want to spend the money or can't, I mean, it makes perfect sense."
Good point, Brian.
Right. No, for sure. I don't know if it has monetary value though. We don't charge more because we have good customer service. We just have good customer service.
No, but it's monetary value in what you pay up front, i.e. butterfly tax, which is one we might not be able to agree on as much, but you're paying up front, but you get some value back when you need service.
Yeah, I don't know. Benchmade's an interesting one because you almost have to use that service immediately. They always come fucked up. Nick, we're working on a second batch with Concept, but it'll probably be like mid-year or end of the year. So we're not going to do any changes, I don't think. I'm just going to ask them to make the D10 a little stronger if they can. But other than that, should be the same. We're just going to do, I think, 4 versions we planned out. We'll stick with the 80s, and then we have 3 other ones that are new. That's the plan. So
agreed, Dean. And that's what makes the difference. Everybody's going to have issues. It's just how the issues are dealt with when they arise.
Yep. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, companies who, you have an issue and they just grab another one off the shelf and send it to you. It's like, now you're just playing the crapshoot again. Like, you got to fucking check that thing and make sure it doesn't have the issue they just sent you something for. Like, that's the easiest way to lose a customer right there.
When I set my Mordax back with horrible detent lash, that to fix it, I got an email back that this was a batch, and they listed out how many knives that had a defective, what they call a plunge or whatever.
Yeah.
And they did tell me they were replacing it with an updated version.
And it's good?
That's perfect. It has
there you go.
0 lash.
Steve-O. So the premium ponies are dropping on the 22nd of March at White Mountain Knives. These will be retailing for $175. Of course, you can use Lefty 10 or Javon 10 or whatever and get 10% off. So they'll be like what is that? 160, I guess, ish.
Same size as the Pony Stout?
Yep. Same size as the Pony, just titanium scales and S90V steel. And we added jimping up here. We added scalloping right here. We got rid of the logo. We added milling to the titanium.
Such a good knife.
Yeah. Oh, and we updated the plunge grind. So you lose a little bit of finger choil, but you get better sharpenability. You guys asked for it, so we did it. I think I honestly prefer the more choil, but whatever. It works. But yeah, those are on the 22nd of March. And then on the 4th of March, we have the Growler V2 drop. All carbon fiber run at White Mountain Knives. The murdered out one
is sick.
Purple with bead blast, stone wash, whatever, or sand wash, whatever, bead blast. And then there's the original blue one as well. The blue collars and the two-way satin. And these came out sick. Kubi's fucking killing it for us right now.
I think that's a lot of the recipe too, is having a designer that works well with the OEM and y'all get each other's language. So there's a lot of unspoken things that you kind of know what to expect. I would think that makes it also more smooth as the batches evolve.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, for sure. Kubi's been great to work with, so we've enjoyed it. Derek, we can't do a dark mode Lush because the Lush is a traditional pocketknives.com exclusive knife. And the dark mode was Blade Binge. So that's two different dealers. Can't do that. If you mean a blacked out one, then yes, we are doing that in the second.
Because traditional pocket knives have the blacked out nip, right?
Pretty sure we're doing that. I think we're doing that. But yeah, if you meant the tie with the teal, no. Can't do it.
Dasa, I'm stoked for the fireballs.
Dude, as soon as they get back from Chinese New Year, I need to follow up with them on the second prototypes, man. Because I agree, they need to get those done. I can't remember.
Dude, they're so out of pocket. I'm not getting
usually 3 months.
Anybody over there
for prototypes, so should be coming up on that, right? But yeah, dude, that'll be that's gonna be sick. I'm really excited on that. Been great working with Stasa on that, and just yeah. Paul Wang says Kubi is garbage. Guys are better. He's got the Kaiser logo going too. What's up, Paul? You got when's the mash button lock coming, Paul? You guys working on that? I talk all this shit on button locks, and then we have one coming with Kubi. Or fuck, Kaiser. Sorry. Exactly. I said when they come back.
Steven, the Tedious is a great knife. I haven't tried the carbon fiber, but the G10 was a winner. And I picked up the Royal in carbon.
Fred, are you talking about Blade Show Texas or Atlanta? Because Texas is next week. You can get the growlers early. You can get the premium ponies early. You can get stout V2s, mashed V2.5s, and nips. You can get all those at Blade Show Texas next week. I don't know about Blade Show Atlanta yet because I don't know what we'll have left or what will be going on. We might have new shit by then. I don't know. I can tell you the only thing we have in production right now is the nip slip. Because all that shit came in at once before Chinese New Year. So all we have is the nip slip in production and technically the barley with Urban EDC. I think that's it right now. We're trying to get that second run of Lushes in, and we're just waiting on prototypes for other shit. We were going to do the Growler V3. I've shown the prototypes on those that Kubi did. But then I got hooked up with Chapman Lake Knives, and they're going to give it a shot as a US OEM. So I think we're gonna hold off on the Growler Premium thing for now because I don't want to make it with both. We just weren't having any luck getting that made here, so we had it prototyped by Kubi. I think I'm just gonna keep that in my holster in case I need it later. But I'm gonna give Chapman Lake a run. I had a video chat with them the other day. I'm very excited about it and hoping we can get that knife made here by them and still make it relatively affordable.
They're so not knife guys. They're machinists.
Thank you,
I
Zach.
had the best conversation with them.
Oh, ball sack, right? Dude, they're awesome. That's all I can tell you. I really enjoyed the conversation. They're very open and honest about what they are good at, they aren't good at, their experience. It's the complete opposite of every other OEM that we've talked to because neither of them were actually OEMs as far as
I know. Did they tell you why the first knife they designed was a button lock?
What?
Did they tell you why they designed the button lock for their first knife?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Nobody told them it was nobody told them you should go with something different. They just designed it.
No, dude, if you actually I wish I had when I had it. If you take that knife apart, the way they did the bearings and everything, they used thrust bearings, like needle bearings, and then they have another bearing or like thing in the blade because they didn't actually know how knives were made.
No, they just figured it out though.
They needed bearings or whatever to get it to work. So it's basically like they created a knife from not knowing any internals, which is really cool.
Not being knife guys. They were just machinist guys who knew how to make high-end tools or surgical stuff. Neat guys.
Yeah. There you go. Lewis, talk to Kaiser, man. Lewis has his own design. He's got a pre-order going.
The Halt.
But maybe he has some other designs he can work with you guys on. That'd be cool. I got a mash last week. Love it. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
Gosh. Yeah, I'm working with Dirk. We're designing some shit.
Two farts have lumps.
I'm wanting to do a Bally Song version of this.
Balzac. What?
Dirk and I are working on a couple of compilations. I'm thinking about doing a Bally Song version of this and some kind of knife, some kind of influencer knife.
By the way, Stevie taught me something. He said you shouldn't use a metal comb.
Really? Because it rips your hair out? I've seen most of them are sold out of bamboo or wood.
I'll tell you, though, that guy's beard, I'm going to listen. So he said not to. He recommended this Chicago beard comb #2 on Amazon. It was $12, made out of carbon fiber.
Hold on. Chicago beard comb.
#2. There's like 12 different ones. So you can pick one, but this is #2. I got 2 of them now, and I fucking love it. It's got a little tactical ring.
Do the metal ones, because it would make sense, do they rip your hair?
Yeah, maybe they have burrs or something. I don't fucking know.
Oh, beard comb.
I'm just saying, when Stevie tells you that, you fucking listen. So I did.
Hey, Stevie's got competition now, though. Did you happen to? You weren't here last night. Let me show you, brother Dark Gravity. Have you seen his transformation?
No. Scotching things. What up, buddy?
So check this. I don't know if you ever saw Dark Gravity before. He used to be quite a large fella, but look at his beard and his physique.
Okay. I mean, I have no idea what he looked like before, so.
Oh, you didn't? So you didn't know him before?
I don't think so. No. I don't think I'd ever seen. I mean, I know who he is. I just never seen his face.
He was buddies with Kyle at DTOM. They used to trade knives. He had Kyle's Leon Ma before he sold it to my buddy A to Z EDC. But if you look back just a year, he was a big fella.
We never did a Best Tech mash. Are you talking about the Growler? Maybe you mean the M3 Tactical Growlers. That one's Best Tech. And then we did a mash through CMB knives, which is basically Best Tech. I mean, I swear they're made in the same shop, but technically Best Tech never made a mash.
Did those guys ever tell you what the real story was, or do they just go into witness protection? The people from Best Tech.
What?
The people that were going to do the USA made knife from Best Tech, did they just go into witness protection, or did you guys ever hear anything from them?
Oh, he got weird, man. He was one of those people who like threatened and like all this shit. I ended up just blocking him and moving on. And then I asked Best Tech, like, did you make these? And they were like, no, because they at the time thought they were protecting their customer or whatever. I don't fucking know. But after M3 Tactical kind of just like disappeared, they came around and they were like, you guys want to make this? We were like, wait, you said you didn't make it. They were like, no, we made it. I was like, okay.
Not really, but yeah, whatever. So they make a Chicago Cone Model 2 carbon fiber for $12.
What I have.
And then they've also got one.
I don't know.
They've also got one with a Horween leather sheath for $36.
I actually have one, and it fits right into the Northwoods sheath for the Jacob Lundquist thing.
But see, I don't have one of those. I think I'm gonna get this one. This is the same comb though, right? Model 2 carbon fiber.
Yeah, that looks like the same one. That looks like a nice little slip for it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look. It's got all 5 stars, but they have a lot of.
You're paying triple though.
Yeah, I know, but the leather is going to be
$24 for that slip. By the way, I might be running low on the conditioner and wash. You might need to bet me something.
Again? What flavor did you get last time? Did I get you the Valhallas?
No, I got the ass hair. Remember? Yeah. Ass hair's revenge or whatever.
Cards. Hey, that's good shit, man.
Pull it up. Dude, I freaking love this. I can never remember the name of it, so I can order more.
It's called Beard.
Oh, Stevie said the slip is garbage.
Oh, is it garbage? Okay, I'm just going to go with the...
I think what he's trying to say is get one made by Joe, Lancelot Leather.
I've got 4 knives in a box that have to go to him, and that's going to just leave a mark. Let's see. What was this stuff called? Let me walk over here and get my little armband that tells me what it is.
Fred, I'm sorry. Did you answer about which blade show? I'm guessing you're talking about Atlanta. Will the blackwash nip be back? Oh, the nip. Sorry. I don't know. We haven't ordered another run of nips. I think Austin would probably be in if we did another run. That was his exclusive at Traditional Pocket Knives. But right now we're working on a budget version. So we have prototypes coming of a budget version of the nip with aluminum and then G10. And we're using 154 and we're doing a hawk bill and a standard blade. So we're kind of doing that first. Then we'll probably do another run of nips, though, the way we did them before, just different configurations. I don't know.
See, you can get these kits if you want.
And see what I'm missing. I'm going to both. Okay. Well, if you're going to both, then yes, I can get you a Lush, dude. Just come by the table. We should have them. I mean, unless we sell all of them instantly, which I doubt will happen.
Would
Duty
you leave early if you
slips,
did?
dude. Duty makes some good slips.
Yeah, I'm so lazy.
This one
And
just happens to fit in here. It wasn't even made for it. I'm waiting on Troy to make me one.
They've got
Nah,
some
Fukuza, we literally are just not ever getting to this giveaway.
Is the number 1 just longer?
Dude, you're making this so much more difficult. I just listened to Stevie and ordered what he said. He said, order the number 2. I just ordered it. And then I loved it and I ordered another one. So I have one in my bedroom on my dresser for after I shower, I hit it. Then I have one in my office.
The slip looks decent.
Dude, he said it sucked. So he says to buy the comb, and he says the slip sucks. I'm going to trust him on that.
I'm going to trust him on that too, but I just wonder what you put it in if you don't have that little slip. Just your pocket? Or just like you said, a slip?
Hell yeah, Alice. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Where is that motherfucker?
He says number 2 is the best beard comb.
All right.
We got it. Just
Fine tooth pocket travel cone for thinner hair. Is that it?
Just use my link.
Where's your link?
I'm just kidding. I could give you one, but
I got to go to your link tree.
Here, no, you can't do it that way with. Hold on, I'll give you a link actually.
Stevie, you carry a comb with you, don't you?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he has that one. The Model 1 looks pretty good too, though.
It looks more like a hair comb, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I trust him. I got it, and I love it. So I'm not going to question
Look, I don't put my own associate's link in there. I'll get in trouble for that, though, won't I?
Here, I'll put the link in the chat now. Boom. There you go.
All right, I'm copying it. And I'm popping it in there.
The annoying thing is when you do that on your phone and it doesn't open in the app, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you have to log in. It's not even worth it.
Oh,
I don't
God.
put it in my pocket, he said. Yeah, they're so cheap. You can just drop one in the car, drop one in your office, drop one in your kitchen. I don't carry it either, but I keep it in a slip on my dresser. Just because it fits into that slip I had. Otherwise, I would just lay it on the dresser. Like this one I just have out. Can you use it on ball sack hair? Oh, we got to find some trimmers for that.
All right. I'm having buyer's remorse about not getting a slip, but.
All right, I'm going to start working on this giveaway while you do that. I need to eat some midnight snacks before I go to bed. Did I show you guys my cool flashlight yet? I don't know why that's funny. I don't want to see your info. But I don't know if I talked about it. This is a machined titanium, polished titanium Hanko Trident with a gunner grip pattern. And then I put this engine in here, so now I have the Dragon engine in, which I'm stoked about. Look at that.
Does it vibrate when you insert it?
It's beautiful, man. So now I have the machined or polished tie. I have the camo tie.
Is that like a gunmetal? What's camo about it?
It's like a dark, super dark gray, almost
like a
heading
sniper
to brown.
gray.
It's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a good looking one. I like that one better than the polished.
And then I have the rainbow gay tie. They call it prism tie. I got it just because I wanted every finish at some point. So I had the opportunity. I got this on a deal. And I actually kind of like it. It's more subdued on this one. The guy told me they did a previous run and the titanium was a little different, I guess. So it stood out more. But I kind of like how it's more faded on here. But
Did you
I got
switch
this
the
one.
buttons
This
out?
one pisses me off because the driver, watch, it ramps down immediately. See that? It's fucking
You think
annoying.
it's a bad battery?
No, I've tried all different batteries and settings. I've turned the temperature control off. I don't know what it is. Funny thing is, this one that I got today came with the same driver as this, but it didn't have that problem. So I wish I could switch them, but he switched threads at some point. You can't swap them. Anyway, that's the prism
That's a
tie,
good
and then I have the
bailed on
stonewash
that.
tie. Stonewash tie. This one's called full reactor pattern. This might be my favorite, honestly. I love this stonewash tie. And then I bought a zirconium one with this pattern on it. That's glass zirconium, it's called. So it's like polished zirconium. This one has the red. And the Zirc one's going to have blue. And then I have an engine coming for this one that'll make this one green, I think. So then I'll have all the colors, finishes, and everything. I'm fucking stoked. And way too much money into these. They're like $800 each. And the Zirc one was 17.
No step for a stepper.
What?
No step for a stepper, and that'll help you find the monsters in the closet.
Are those flashlights fan cooled? No. The D10's great on these. This is why I'm not into flashlights. Yeah, dude, I've gone down a sad, long, deep rabbit hole. I mean, it's costing me. I've spent more on flashlights than I ever did on knives, really. Like, the last 5 or 6 lights I bought have all been over $700, I think. That's all in like a couple weeks. I feel like with knives, I at least bought like $300 ones and shit. Like, I don't know.
I think you were flipping them much more frequently too. I think you were just.
Well, yeah, I haven't sold barely any of these. I sold one yesterday because I needed to fund that $1,700 one. So I sold one that I had for like $6 or whatever. And I got this fucking wild ass thing in the mail.
Part fidget toy, and what that blinking is just like a LED thing for the rave.
You could turn it off. I don't know. And then you can actually use it as a flashlight too. It's a quad LED.
Sweet.
It's not bad. It's pretty bright. It's got moonlight mode.
John Walker, that's funny.
Lumen. 0.1 lumens. That's like nothing. It's pretty nice.
No, but these LEPs have real low lumen ratings, and they're fucking bright as shit.
Yeah, but that's because they're throwing long distances. I'm the
Did
same.
you try one of these out before you severed ties with Big Idea?
What the hell is that light? Yeah, if anybody wants one of these, I'll give you the link. Hang on.
It's an inline bit driver.
The problem with this light is that it is zirconium and tie, so it costs $300. Here's a link to G1. That's where you can get this. I have a 10% code, but they start at $299 because this is all zirconium, all that black shit you see. So they even have them in zircutie and shit, like wild ass ones for $450 or $500 or whatever, which isn't bad, honestly. But obviously, this is not something I would personally buy or carry. They sent me this. It's actually a fidget dealer that sent me this. They send me fidgets every month, and I guess this counts. It's called the Manker Time Back 3. And it literally says on here, Manker and Teabag. Manker and Teabag.
David asks if the Zirc makes them really heavy.
It's not that heavy, no. Because it's like a shell of Zirc. You know what I mean? It's not like solid. I'm pretty sure all the internal stuff here is on their site. They say this is titanium, but I mean, I think it's brass, but whatever.
You can't do well, I guess you could do gold titanium, but it wouldn't conduct. Does that stuff have to conduct?
I mean, this is titanium. What do you mean?
Well, I'm just talking about your little pill or whatever you call that shit. Isn't it having to conduct electricity from the battery to the
Well, yeah, that's why
LED?
the pill isn't made out of. The pills will be made out of copper or brass or aluminum. I don't know if I've seen one out of titanium. I don't know.
Hit. What's up?
That flashlight looks like Optimus Prime's dick. Dude, it comes off too. His dick comes off. It's magnetic. So there's actually these lights are on in here. It's all flashy and shit.
Which is to do what? So you can find it, or just to fuck
I just
with
don't
it?
get why the head even comes off. Like, I don't understand it, really. I don't know. Maybe you can buy replacements. I thought maybe you could, like, do something so that the light shines through the front, but I can't figure that out. It's not happening. So get turbo, get strobe, and then you can lock it. But cycling, you can get
Josh
moonlight,
Branson.
but I can't get anything else. I don't know.
Yeah, I do use my little lights more than I ever thought I would.
Bruh, they got a $600. Oh, dude, they got mad expensive stuff. Dude, I get like a decent amount of commission every month from this G1.com. I don't know who's buying the shit because I make one video a month. They send me a box with like 2 items. I make one video, mostly roasting the shit. And then people use my code and link, I guess. I swear my whole link tree is like up on some coupon site. I don't know how that shit happens.
You got
but
that just shield neon light behind you.
like last month, they paid me $450 for commission. So
I've got to sign up all my accounts.
I think I get 5% or 7% from them. So that's like, how many thousands of dollars is that? If I got
That's a lot.
$450 and I get 7% commission or whatever.
It would be 4,000 if it was 10%.
Yeah, so it's like $7,000 worth of shit.
Yep.
Somebody's out there buying a lot of fucking fidgets with Lefty 10.
Well, the bottom line is, if you
Keep it
didn't
up,
put up,
baby. Keep it up.
if you didn't put up that one video a month, nobody would. And that's the type of thing. If you were in it for the game, you would look at your analytics and find out that you can get videos like that. I never do that.
I just don't
I've been
care.
watching videos on SEO for YouTube, and being an SEO professional, it's all just guess.
I just don't care.
I don't either.
Like if that 450 is cool, but like I'm not going to do something to try to make that 450 larger.
You're going to turn it into
Like, I'm not going to make another video about something that's not interesting just to get more people to use a code or a link. Like I want people to use the codes and the links, but I'm not like going to do anything that I wouldn't want to do to make it happen, if that makes sense.
Thank you, Brett. I knew Brett would have the math.
Yeah, Roman. I have 2 of them. Here, I actually have 3. So I own 3, but one of them is at my buddy's who's a modder to check out. But I have these 2. I put this clip on here, and as weird as it is, it's fucking really good, actually. It actually has a choil on it, which is pretty
It looks
cool.
spoony.
Yeah, it's not made for this light. It was made for this light. But then the guy changed the finish on the flashlight so the clip doesn't look right on it anymore. So I put it on this one. I'm probably going to put it on when I get the new CWF is dropping a 14500 light at Blade Show, Texas. I'm definitely getting a couple of those. And I'll probably put this clip on that. It'll probably be sexy as fuck. But yeah, I still have 2 peanuts. I carried this for the last 2 days. It's one of the best lights out there. I got blue tritium in there. That's my new thing, by the way, with flashlights is tritium. I just ordered $400 worth of tritium.
That shit's expensive, isn't it?
My buddy Steve, who was in here earlier, figured out how to fucking drill optics and shit. So we're like putting tritium in everything. I have it in this one. I have orange in there, and then I have red in this one to match the glow gasket. Because, you know, gotta do that shit.
What's up, Greg?
But yeah, I've gotten way more into the 18350 size and kind of stopped carrying the 14500s because you can't put secondaries in them.
Secondary lights.
Yeah. Stasa work knife balance has the Fireball prototype is sweet. Oh, he has one? Probably we sold it to him at a show or something. I don't fucking know.
Take care, Alice.
But dude, the V2 prototype should be sick because we made some really, I think, important changes. All right, let's do the giveaway and then we'll get out of here because I really should. So what do we want to do as the word? Hashtag
Texas.
Texas. All right. That's a 14500? Is it thin or is it kind of thick for a 14500? I've tried to get one of those from them. They wouldn't send me one. They're like, we're not doing a program on that one right now. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not buying it. I've almost bought it like 3 times, but I know I'll never carry it. So like, I know it's kind of a weird mentality sometimes, but like there's stuff I'm interested in and I will totally review, but I don't want to spend my money on it. So I won't. You know what I mean? If somebody wants to send it to me, then great. I will fucking review it. I'm interested. Just not enough to spend my money. Because like I know long term, I would never carry that light for more than the review period. You know, because I have stuff like this that I want to carry. I mean, it's just like it's the same thing with knives. Like I would never go around buying every Kaiser knife, you know, but I'm definitely interested in them. They send them to me. I'm happy to review them, but you know, it's just, I guess, the space you get to when you're reviewing a bunch of shit. I don't know.
You got a lot of different shit coming at you from a lot of different angles with Divo and your job and reviews. I would imagine it gets pretty hectic.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, dude. Sometimes I'm like, Jesus. And then I don't know. I somehow always manage to keep it going.
Hopefully part of that's because you really enjoy it. I mean, they say
that's the only reason.
If you're passionate about it, it makes it easier to put up with some of the bullshit.
Sorry, guys. It's hashtag Texas. My bad. I didn't even put it up. I figured out a way to make this. Hold on. Let's do it. I think it was this one. Yeah. Make it a little bit smaller so it's not just that on the screen.
I pissed everybody off last night and did the numbers game.
Fuck the numbers game, dude.
I did it to support JB after his community post the other day after Zach's live.
Why pull your head out of your ass if your shit don't stink? I saw fucking Matisfaction eat 5 fucking Baconators the other day on Instagram.
Holy shit, is he turned into a foodie?
I don't know, man. I think I just kept hitting the watch again button. But I swear he ate 5 of them. Hashtag Texas. Hashtag Texas. Dang, he put up a number. Fuck the numbers game, man. I kind of get the numbers game if you don't use StreamYard or something.
Well, no,
Or
I
if
use
you're
StreamYard.
big red and you just want that's your tradition, then you do it. That's fine. But I just don't like the numbers game.
No, it seems
I never did.
I've never won a numbers game.
Well, I don't care about. I never enter any of them.
Well, I always enter for somebody else.
Just let them enter.
I agree, G-Ball.
Dude, this gives everybody a shot too. What do you mean? As long as you enter, you have a shot.
The ones that I won the most of was when Lefty went through his middle name phase, when he would give out. That's where my fucking brain, my ADHD brain, I wouldn't have any clue. And the first hint would come out and I'd be like, bang.
That shit was fun, dude. I forgot about the middle name game.
Middle name game rock, dude.
That was when we had lots of guests
that they'd been on it before. And we all knew their middle name. And they're like, no, I don't think you have.
You like fake two answers and then throw the real one out?
Tactical Terry, I've seen when I run the hashtag StreamYard game.
What's
when
BS
you use
about
pirate ship
StreamYard
to send stuff out every week, you see a lot of the same people. Not that they're doing anything wrong, but it doesn't seem as random. Stevie did something one night for a members giveaway that I thought was really cool. He downloaded all his channel members, and then he put that spreadsheet in the random number generator, and then he pulled the number and picked somebody that way.
You're welcome.
I just don't know how.
I haven't done that in a while. Probably just messed up my buddy's knife.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that stop pin's doing its job.
Lone Star, where are you where it's so late or so early?
I like comment picker. I've used the comment picker. That's the same as this. It's just a random. You guys just the way it shows the names is just weird. It's definitely going through everybody. People think it's weird because they see the same name 6 times. And it's like, well, maybe that is how it does it randomly. I don't fucking.
It lands on people very unrandomly. Yeah, Pitt, we were on Tri-States Live, and he did it twice in a row, and the same person came up because we were just testing it, remember? And for some reason, I paid for that comment picker, and I can't get my Instagram to log into that motherfucker. It says it doesn't exist. Because I'd like to do some the YouTube comment picker.
Dude, that thing is so fucking annoying because whenever I try to log into it, the only reason I bought it, I have a subscription to it, is to use it for Instagram giveaways. And it does not link to my fucking Instagram because it wants to go to Facebook. And then Facebook says I don't have a Facebook page. And then it's all this bullshit. And it's like, dude, just link that fucking shit. It works for YouTube, fine. But for the Instagram one, it doesn't. And that's the only reason I bought it, because every time I did a giveaway on there, I'd have to go on Google and search Instagram giveaway tool. And then I'd go to one, and then it would let me fill everything out. And then I'd click go, and it would be like, no, pay for this shit. And then you go to the next one. And it was just so annoying. So I bought that, and then that doesn't even work. I need to cancel that. I need to figure out how many fucking subscriptions I
got to figure out how to cancel Camo.
You got to go to Rocket Fuel or Rocket Mortgage or whatever. No, with Camo, you got to email them. I had to do that.
That's the gift that keeps on giving that I haven't used in years.
Just email them and say, hey, I need to cancel, and then they'll do it for you.
Yeah, I'm not a Facebook fan either. I've started to venture into some of the groups, and I even get the creepies over there that somebody's watching me.
The comment sections and the things that people post in Facebook in the knife world is ridiculous, dude. Like yesterday, I was scrolling. So the only time I go on Facebook is when I'm in periods of going down rabbit holes of something else. So like fidgets, everything was on Facebook. Flashlights, all of it's on Facebook. So I'm on Facebook for those. Knives, I rarely go to groups or do anything with knives. I'm all Instagram and YouTube. But I'm in these groups because I have Facebook or whatever. People invite me or I joined randomly or whatever. And this guy posted yesterday about how this other dude posted about him because they were trying to make a deal. And it was this whole fucking thing. These people are retarded. He was all mad because this guy came to him asking to buy the knives he posted for sale. And the guy was haggling with him or whatever. And he was entertaining it. And then the guy paid him for one of the knives. And then he was asking about the other ones he had and was just like, would you take this much? Whatever. And eventually this guy just got so mad at him, he refunded him for the knife he bought and told him to fuck off, basically. And then the guy went on Facebook and posted and was like, this guy fucking like refunded my money and like he made a deal with me, took my money, and then he just decided to cancel it and refund me. And then like fuck me over or whatever. And then the other guy posts on Facebook his side of it, and he just looks like such a dick, but somehow thinks he's right. And like I guess he has a point. Like it's his knife. He can, until he ships it, I guess he can do whatever he wants. He can cancel that deal. But like he just looked like a dick to me. Like nobody has common sense anymore on Facebook. It's pretty funny, honestly.
No,
and then the comment
that's
section,
why I like
people,
Nap Sale or Blade Binge. I bought
people
5
have
knives
so
and
much
haven't
to
sold them
say
yet.
on these comment sections. It's hilarious. It's such a waste of time. Like I honestly, sometimes I find myself, I'm reading this whole comment section. I'm going, why? Why did I just wait? But somehow my brain wants to read all these idiots' comments. And then I want to comment back on all of them and just talk shit. But I'm like, it's not worth my time.
What I like to do when I can't sleep is I'll go to Blade Binge, and you guys probably hate this if I've done it to you, but I'll find knives that are overpriced, and I'll go in there and I'll just start doing fake business. Like, man, that's about 300 over table.
Yeah, you're just a dick.
I am a dick.
I'm just kidding. All right, here we go.
Good luck, people.
Yeah, good luck. And if you're coming to Blade Show, Texas, come by the table, baby. 11W. Pretty sure. Might be 10, but I think it's 11. John P. with the win. Johnny P. Put my email in the chat for you, buddy. Hit me
Greg,
up.
people that live for drama are lacking something in their lives. They need it to focus on, to make them not feel as shitty about themselves, is all I can figure.
Or they're just narcissists.
Really nosy.
They just suck. Some people just suck, man.
They do. That's a fact.
We talked about that today in that group. Some people just suck.
G-Ball's got an order for you.
He says, Lefty, I'll need you to pick me up at Lush at BA. What the hell's BA?
Blade, maybe?
Blade Atlanta? Are you going to be there, G-Ball?
Night, Greg. Or you're saying night to Fook.
Man, this little Labrador is fucking sick.
That's a good looking little knife. I thought the Labrador was a lot bigger.
Well, this is a mini.
Oh, okay.
They made it a good size, though. They didn't go too small like those micro knives that some companies made. It's just big enough that it's like a usable knife, you know?
Right.
I'm coming to Atlanta, he says. Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, if we have any left for Atlanta, sure, dude. Just hit me up. But
Atlanta's a blast.
I can't, that's in June. I'm worried
I'm trying
about
to decide if we're going to stay at the cabin 45 miles away and do it up all rustic style or stay closer.
Hopefully I see you there. Yeah. You have your own cabin or what? Family?
My buddy does. He's got a vacation rental up in LJ, Georgia on this little scenic river. You can sit up there and shoot guns and do bonfires, but it's a 40-minute drive from downtown Atlanta, which sucks. I mean, I don't drink, so I'm a designated driver.
Yeah, it's just really far.
But it is.
And for a 3-day show, you just go to 2, I guess. After the giveaway, numbers viewing drops heavily. Best do it at the end. I mean, I always do it at the end. I always do it at the end. Just because it's like, you know, if you want that good shit, you gotta stick around, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. I just always forget until the end, really. Anyway, yeah, let's wrap it up. Is there anything you wanted to mention before?
No, man, I enjoyed it. I'm glad that Jason jumped on with us. That was fun.
Me too.
He may, him and Duty might shack up with us at Blade Show in Atlanta. That's what we talked about today.
Oh yeah, he was asking me about tickets for that and shit. Should be able to do that. Yeah,
tickets you can get towards the end unless you're looking for early bird, which I don't recommend it really.
Well, we get the cap pass ones.
Y'all do, yeah. But I'm just talking if you're just a dude, unless you're looking for something. I got them early bird passes in 2022. And I just spent time in the hall talking to people, right? I mean, I wasn't in there looking for stuff.
Right. But what I'm saying is every company that has a table gets a certain number of passes they can sell to customers. You get in like an hour early, which is like an hour after early bird, but before regular, and it's cheaper.
That's pretty sweet. So
that's what Jason was asking me about those.
So Jason lives in Georgia. Does Duty live in Georgia too?
No, Duty lives in California.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he lives in like Sacramento or something.
I wonder where they're meeting up.
Probably a gay club or something.
Space Ghost, I don't know. I doubt I'll go live tonight. I might go late tomorrow night.
Yeah. Big Red's on. Oh shit, Big Red's
on right now.
All right. Well, hey guys, go everybody go channel rate over to Big Red, but actually go watch the Saturday Night Live. Thank you guys. We love you. Hope
love all you guys.
Night. There won't be a Lefty Live Thursday because I'll be in Texas. So see you guys in 2 weeks.
Toast says hi.